Chapter 3553. I said, I'm not going. Do you know who you're talking to? So you asked her coldly. Yes, the big boss of our company. Then why are you saying that? Han Yuyao, don't think I can't do anything to you just because you were introduced by Huo Min. So he was furious. President Su, my name is Han Yuyao. Thank you. Hearing Han Yuyao's words, the people around them laughed. Hey, what are you laughing at? Shut up. And felt extremely embarrassed. So he immediately raised his hand to save some face for his boss. I don't think I'm arrogant just because I was introduced by Sister Mian. It's not my fault. Why did you only ask me to go to the office? You cursed this girl thousands of times at his heart. Why couldn't they talk in private? There were so many people here, and some things were inconvenient to talk about. Why didn't this damn girl understand? Was her EQ so low that she didn't understand his good intentions? President Su, she's just a newcomer. If word gets out that she speaks to you like this, where will your prestige go? Yeah, President Su, where will your prestige go? President Su, why don't we kick Han Yuyao out? She doesn't have any chemistry with us and won't cooperate with us in future shows. If something happens, it'll bring shame to our company. Hearing Gao Yeruo's words, the women immediately followed suit. Han Yuyao, look, you've only been here for a few days, and you're already so popular. Do you know that? For the sake of his reputation, Su continued to lecture Han Yuyao. So what should I do now? Should I leave? Han Yuyao, just listen to President Su's lecture. Don't talk back. Hurry up and apologize. And also found that this girl was a bit fierce. She didn't give Su any face, so she put herself in a difficult position. Of course, Su wouldn't kick her out directly. After all, she was introduced by Huo Min. But with so many people here, he couldn't side with her. He wanted to go to the office to talk about it slowly, but this girl refused to go. She was really drunk. Therefore, Shaoan couldn't help but lecture this girl. I didn't do anything wrong. Why should I apologize? President Su, just say the word. If you want to fire me, I'll leave immediately. Don't think that I don't dare. Su was furious. It had been a long time since he had been swindled by a little lass. He wasn't this angry when Zheng Ro slept in his bed last time. Give the order then. Lin Fan nodded. Han Yuyao wiped the sweat off her forehead with a white towel. She didn't look scared. The atmosphere was in a deadlock. What he was most afraid of was the sudden silence in the air. Ahem. President Su, I just remembered that you have a meeting later. Let's go. And broke the heavy atmosphere. I'll let you off today, but there won't be a next time. Su quickly found a way out, then turned around and left. His face still had the unique aura of a big boss. You're lucky. Humph. But you won't be here for long. Gao Yeruo glared at Han Yuyao. I'd rather go home and train with people like you. Han Yuyao didn't want to talk to them. They were just jealous that Sister Mian came to see her. Gao Yeruo knew that Han Yuyao was very talented. She was afraid that she would become her strongest opponent, so she found opportunities to exclude her. After going downstairs, Su finally didn't have to keep a straight face. Fuck, I was so embarrassed just now, Su said. President Su, I found that Han Yuyao is indeed a little stupid. Is that girl a tiger? How could such a person be an artist? Is Dr. Huo sure he's not tricking us? And almost doubted his life. Chapter 3554. No, I don't think I can control her. I'll talk to Mian later. But you can't drive her away. Dr. Huo will be angry. Do I need you to tell me that? I know that. So glanced at him in disdain. So thought Han Yuyao was born to be his enemy. She refused to go to the press conference. She fought with him, but refused to apologize. Instead, she yelled at him. If it weren't for Huo Mian, he would have picked her up and thrown her out of the room. At this moment, and received a WeChat message. He froze when he read it. President Su, have you contacted Miss Sung? Which Miss Sung? Su was still angry and didn't react. Miss Sung Ro. No. What's wrong? She's in the city. Why did she come back? Su was curious. She seems to be in a hospital. Huh? How do you know? I saw her post in her WeChat moments this morning and thought she was joking with me. I left her a message, and she replied that she wanted to eat lotus leaf noodles and asked me if I could buy some for her. Where are you sending her to? South Side? President Su, Are you dazed by Han Yuiao's words? You're so slow. And complained. Suyu, she's at Southside? What's she doing there? Suyu was puzzled. Who knows? Do you want to ask her? And asked Suyu tentatively. Forget it. I won't ask. Then I'll ask. With a smirk, and sent a voice message to Zheng Ro. Miss Zheng, why are you at Southside? I'm in the hospital. And turned on the speaker, so Zheng Ro's voice could be heard clearly. You're in the hospital? What's wrong? My leg injury flared up. The doctors in the province don't have the authority, so my dad asked me to come here to recuperate. My goodness, why didn't you tell us? Why should I tell you? You're making it sound like I'm sticking to your president, Su, on purpose. He doesn't like me to begin with. Zheng Ro said that on purpose because she knew that Su Yu must be with, and sure enough, after Su Yu heard this, his expression became unnatural. This damned woman dares to speak ill of me behind my back. President Su, should we go and see Miss Zheng? Go and buy a flower basket for me. That's all. Su Yu had no interest in Zheng Ro, so he took out 1,000 yuan from his wallet and stuffed it into Anne's hand. Then he left. President Su, are you going to drive home after work? Why would I go home? I'm going to find Shin Mingxi for a drink. After saying this, Su Yu turned around and left. With the 1,000 yuan Su Yu gave him, and drove to Southside to see Zheng Ro. At the same time, office of the Commissioner of Municipal Bureau Qin, Chu and Gao Ran were sitting across from each other, drinking tea. Mr. Fong was killed to keep his mouth shut, and all the clues are gone. The person who wants to buy Mian at a high price can't find a clue. I wonder if it has something to do with Zheng Ro. Chu, do you want to keep investigating? Gao Ran and Qin Chu sorted through the buttons and found many clues and suspicious points. However, all the clues were cut off by those people. Their killing methods were extremely horrifying. All of them attacked, and not a single one of them survived. Qin Chu didn't dare to imagine what would happen if Mian was caught by these people. Don't forget that fourth Master Fong got in touch with those people through a man named Wang Ji. Qin Chu looked at the scattered reports that his subordinates had sent him. Who's Wang Ji? Gao Ran frowned slightly. A drug lord. If we find him, we'll know the identities of those people. But is he still alive? Was he killed too? He's alive, but he's not in China. He's in Thailand. Then it's difficult. There are many restrictions in foreign countries to arrest people. Our level isn't enough. Only the Interpol can do it. Gao Ran shook his head, feeling troubled. If I remember correctly, Lu Yin is still in Thailand, Qin Chu said slowly. You want to ask your mighty sister-in-law for help? Gao Ran chuckled. Chapter 35:55. My sister-in-law isn't an ordinary person. Don't underestimate her. Qin Chu smiled but didn't say anything. I'm a little hungry. Let's go for supper. Gao Ran glanced at his watch. Let's go. Your treat? Gao Ran smiled shamelessly. My treat every time. The problem is that you're rich. Hee, you're richer than me. Director Gao, I know you're fair and honest and don't take bribes. You even give your little salary to your wife. Okay? I can't compare with you. Your wife doesn't want your salary. Gao Ran was envious. My wife isn't interested in money, Qin Chu explained. Bullshit. Your wife is just too rich. Fine. She just doesn't care about the money. Vice Director Hua is a rich woman in disguise. I'll get my son to please his mother-in-law someday, so that she can share more with us. Don't give it all to that brat from the Wei family. You make it sound like our little bean will definitely marry your family. Mr. Qin felt sour and upset. It's only a matter of time. My Buyuan isn't good to me and his mother. He's a warm man to little bean. No. He's a warm stove. Your little bean won't be taken advantage of. Of course, Chu, you'd better prepare a dowry of several billion yuan. We don't mind. You can transfer the money to my account. Aren't you afraid the Bureau will investigate you for money laundering? I'm not afraid. When my son gets married, I'll resign in advance and be done with it. Huh, you're the most shameless director I've ever met, Qin Chu complained. Huh, thank you for your compliment. With his arm around Qin Chu's waist, Gao Ran walked out of the bureau and went for supper. On the other side, Han Yuiao wasn't displeased by Su Yu's reprimand. In this place, it was normal to be ostracized, bullied, and wronged. After all, She had often encountered such quarrels in the dance academy. It was just that, if Suyu really had a bad impression of her because of this matter and drove her away, she had nothing to say. But she knew that since Huamin had introduced her to him, Suyu wouldn't really kick her out. As for Gao Yeruo, she was too lazy to argue with her. She always thought that arguing with someone was the most time-consuming thing in the world. If he had the time, he might as well play around a challenger. When she returned to her room, she did not have much of an appetite. She washed a few of the fruits that Huamin had brought her and placed them on the bedside cabinet. Then, he took out his phone and played games. At this moment, the door was pushed open. She sat up and greeted him. "You're back." Su Xiaoxiao reeked of alcohol. She threw herself on the bed and grunted. "Are you drunk?" "Maybe. Can you give me a glass of water?" "Thank you," Su Xiaoxiao said vaguely. "All right." Han Yueyao put down her cell phone and got up to pour her a glass of water. She was afraid the hot water would be too hot, so she added some cold water from the water dispenser. Finally, she handed her the warm water. Su Xiaoxiao drank it all in one gulp. "Do I smell of alcohol?" "Yeah." "How much did you drink?" Han Yueyao asked her. "I don't remember. About 7 or 8 bottles." Su Xiaoxiao touched her head and tried hard to recall. "You can drink that much?" Han Yueyao was exasperated. "I heard you had a fight with someone today." Su Xiaoxiao looked up at Han Yueyao when she regained her energy. Chapter 35:56. You've heard about it? Here, nothing is fast, but gossip spreads the fastest. Those gossips can't wait to post it on their WeChat moments to show off. "Yeah, I had an argument with Gao Yeruo." "That's normal. She can't get along well with anyone. You don't seem to have a good relationship with them either." "Of course, they look down on each other. They said that I'm selling them." "Damn, I'm selling them because I'm original. They look like bears. Even plastic surgery can't save them. They can't even sell them." Han Yueyao. Su Xiaoxiao was a big talker and used profanities. Han Yueyao didn't know what to say, but she liked this girl. At least she cherished her. "You'd better show your true colors. Don't disguise people behind their backs." No matter what Su Xiaoxiao's style was, she spoke her mind. Now it seemed that it was good to be in the same dorm as her. If she stayed with those women, she'd probably die of anger. "Don't worry. President Su won't kick you out." "Why are you so sure?" Han Yueyao glanced at Su Xiaoxiao, wondering where she got her confidence from. "Because President Su likes Dr. Hua the most. You were introduced by Dr. Hua. Even if you dug up Gao Yeruo's ancestral grave, President Su won't fire you, let alone argue with her." "Haha, don't worry. I don't dig up other people's ancestral graves. That's immoral." Su Xiaoxiao's way of speaking was very interesting. Han Yueyao couldn't help laughing. "I'm just saying, I don't really want you to dig it up. I know, you're funny. I like this way of speaking. It's not so tiring to be with you." "Aren't you afraid of being gossiped about when you interact with me?" Su Xiaoxiao asked her. "If you're not afraid, why should I be?" Han Yueyao chuckled. "Actually, you have a good foundation. Why didn't you ask Dr. Hua to find you an actor? Why are you here as a trainee? It's a waste of time. I'm not that greedy. I don't have any personal relationship with Dr. Hua. I'm only doing this because someone asked me to. I don't want to ask for too much and make things difficult for him." "No wonder. Do you know who Dr. Hua's godbrother is?" Su Xiaoxiao leaned against the headboard, took out a cigarette, and lit it. She didn't ask if Han Yueyao would mind, but Su Xiaoxiao was a woman who never followed the rules. "I don't know much about it. I used to be from another city." "Then do you know an Aiyang?" "I know him. He's a super handsome boy. I like his songs. It's a pity that he hasn't released any songs in the past 2 years. He also stopped acting. After he got married, he retired." "Yes, Aiyang is Dr. Hua's godbrother." "Ah, there's such a thing? I know you don't know anything. It's not a big deal. Dr. Hua has a lot of connections, and her husband is rich. If she wants to make someone famous, she can throw money at you. Besides, with her relationship with President Su, she can get you the female lead role with a few words. Forget it. I don't have much experience and have never studied acting. As a dancer, I should know my limits. How about you work for me and I'll take you to see the world?" Su Xiaoxiao said. "This, of course. If you're afraid, forget it. After all, the people I work with aren't good people. It's not that. I just feel bad that you helped me when we're not related. It's okay. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Su Xiaoxiao choked on the cigarette and coughed. She couldn't help but chuckle. Do you hate Su Yu's guts after he scolded you today? Su Xiaoxiao looked at Han Yueyao and asked, amused. Yeah, after he scolded me, I was dumbfounded. I don't understand why he believed in the performance of a group of scheming bitches. Han Yueyao still felt bitter when she thought about how Su Yu scolded her. Chapter 35:57. That's because you're new. If they protect you, they'll anger the public. So I'm a scapegoat? Han Yueyao smiled helplessly. No, they'll hit the bird that sticks out. If they want to mess with you, they won't let you off easily. But you talk back to Gao Yeruo. You know she has a powerful backer. I know. My cousin used to be Big Star Nye's agent. Do you know the relationship between Big Star Nye and President Su? What relationship? Han Yueyao was surprised. She didn't know much about it. She only knew that Nye Lingxian was an A-lister who went abroad. She's President Su's rumored girlfriend. Oh, I've heard of her. You don't know the details. Nye Lingxian went abroad because of President Su, so he feels guilty and treats Nye Lingxian well. When Gao Yeruo came, Nye Lingxian called President Su and asked him to take care of her. President Su wouldn't break his promise. I see. No wonder. So you should learn to be smarter in the future. Xiao, I want to quit being a trainee. Why? Su Xiao didn't look surprised. I don't think it's suitable for me. I don't want to debut in a group or solo. What do you want to do? I want to accept roles. Just like you, I want to make money. Anyway, my goal is to make money. Who do you think you are? You want to accept roles without connections or money? Sister, don't be naive. I'm not naive. I can start as a maid. I can endure hardships. I'm not afraid of less screen time or hard work. I can even be an extra. An extra? Are you stupid? You and Gao Yeruo are the most talented in this batch of trainees. President Su will definitely support you. He'll release a new single for you and hype it up on the internet. You'll be famous. If you become an extra, I wonder how long it'll take for you to become famous. It's okay. I don't want to be famous anyway. It's strange that someone like you would come to an entertainment company. Su Xiaoxiao found Han Yueyao even stranger. I regret it too. If I knew it was so hard, I would have stayed as a dance teacher. Han Yueyao smiled slightly. Forget about being a dance teacher. You can't be a dance teacher for the rest of your life. You have Dr. Hua as a great resource, so you should make good use of it. These are all debts of gratitude. I will definitely return them to Dr. Hua. All right, here's some fruit for you. She picked up the fruit and handed it to Su Xiaoxiao. She didn't take it. Instead, she saw the bag Huamin gave her. Dolce & Gabbana dress? Sure. Are you talking about this? I didn't buy it. It was a gift from Sister Huamin. To avoid unnecessary trouble, Han Yueyao didn't say it was a gift from Lady Su. This dress is worth tens of thousands. She's really generous to you. Yeah, Big Sister Huamin takes good care of me. That's why I have to work harder and not let her down. Han Yueyao didn't open the bag. The dress was still there. She did not intend to spread the news. She did not want to wear a dress that cost tens of thousands of yuan and flat shoes that cost 100 yuan. She wasn't a princess and didn't want to pretend. It was too tiring. Lady Su might have meant well, but Han Yueyao didn't think she could afford such a dress. It was too extravagant. If I were Huamin, I'd get a divorce and marry President Su, Su Xiaoxiao suddenly said. Then she stood up and stubbed out the cigarette. Chapter 35:58. President Su is good to Sister Huamin. Han Yueyao thought carefully and found Su Yu was usually impatient with anyone. Everyone in the company was afraid of his temper. But when they had dinner together that day, Su Yu had looked at Huamin with faint gentleness in his eyes. Not to mention losing his temper, he looked as if he didn't have any temper at all. Han Yueyao thought of Huamin again. Although she wasn't a beauty, she had a good personality. She didn't talk, was quiet, smart, and low-key. These were enough to make a man like her for a lifetime. If you were Huamin, would you like Qin Shu or Su Yu? Su Xiaoxiao asked her. I don't know President Qin very well, but I have a feeling that Sister Mian has been with her husband for so many years. They must have a very deep relationship. President Su is a good man, but everything is first come, first served. Since they met when they were young, President Su showed up at the wrong time. It's inevitable that she'll regret it. I find you have good values. Su Xiaoxiao glanced at Han Yueyao with a smile. Of course. My parents said that I can live my life without wealth or success, but I must be an honest person. I can't do anything that crosses my moral bottom line. I can't be a third party either. Your parents are teachers, right? Su Xiaoxiao guessed. My mom is a teacher. No wonder. Su Xiaoxiao couldn't help but laugh. What are you laughing at? Nothing. Okay, I'm sleepy. I'm going to sleep. Su Xiaoxiao changed out of her nightgown and went into the bathroom to take a shower. Lying on the bed, Han Yueyao was about to fall asleep. While she was drowsy, her cell phone beeped with a WeChat message. She picked it up and saw it was from Suyu. Come out. Where to? On WeChat. Tell me where to go. What's up? What do you think of what happened today? Suyu typed and asked her. President Su is a little blind today. Question mark. Suyu sent her a question mark, thinking she had dialed the wrong number. President Su, can't you see that I'm just a scheming bitch? You misunderstood and wronged me. Are you blind? Was your account hacked? Do you know who you're talking to? Suyu asked patiently. My account was hacked. I am Qin Shihuang. Hurry up and transfer the money so that you can make the terracotta army. She suddenly remembered the jokes online and decided to make fun of Suyu to vent her anger. Suyu, it seems that we have to send this batch of trainees for a physical examination tomorrow. Our company will not accept anyone with mental problems, no matter who introduced them. Hearing Suyu's serious words, Han Yueyao almost burst out laughing. He remained silent for a long time. Then Suyu explained, you can leave the trainee class tomorrow. You don't have to go. If I'm fired just like that, then I've been studying for nothing these past few days. Will President Su reimburse me for my travel expenses back to my hometown? Who said I'm firing you? Suyu replied in a huff. Then, you mean you can go to the performance department starting tomorrow. I'll arrange for you to take on commercial performances. Aren't you a dance major? Okay. Then will I get paid for the commercial performances? Han Yueyao asked carefully. You can have it all. The company won't take a cut. Haha, that's good. I like it. Han Yueyao was overjoyed. During this time, when you're not working, you can learn acting from the teachers in the acting department. I'll look around and see if the company has a new movie or TV series. Of course, you can't be the main character, so you emphasized. It's okay. I can play a dead body as long as I get paid. I'm not afraid, Han Yueyao replied enthusiastically. Suyu was speechless again. This girl was definitely abnormal. Yes, she was completely different from normal people. What on earth did Huamin find for him? What was this? Chapter 35:59. Little girl, if you talk like this, you won't have any friends. Do you know that? I know. Then why don't you repent? Suyu lectured her. But why do I need so many friends? Suyu. Awkward conversation. Yes, they were talking about them. Okay, I'm done. You can report to the performance department tomorrow. Okay. Aren't you going to say thank you? Suyu was angry. I'll say thank you to Sister Mian. You won't like me even if I say thank you to you. I don't like you, Suyu said bluntly. What a coincidence. I don't like you either. Suyu. After speaking, Suyu still felt angry. When he got home, he wondered if he was too strict with Han Yueyao today. After thinking about it, he decided to transfer her to another department to avoid a fight with Gao Yeruo. Since Nieling Xian had asked Gao Yeruo to join the performance department, he couldn't neglect her. He thought Han Yueyao would be overjoyed to be transferred to the performance department. Unfortunately, she didn't care at all. How infuriating. Just then, his mother called him and asked him to come home for dinner. Suyu drove home. Lady Su made some of her son's favorite dishes. Lord Su and Mr. Su weren't home. It was just the mother and son. Suyu was getting busier and busier and rarely came home for dinner. Lady Su kept putting food into her son's bowl. Mom, don't keep putting food into my bowl. You should eat before the food gets cold. You've grown up so fast. You're an adult now, Mrs. Su exclaimed. Mom, how's work at Southside? Are you tired? Not at all. It's great. I can see Mion every day. It's great. I like it. At the mention of Mion, Suyu thought of Huamin. He wondered where Huamin found him such a weirdo. By the way, Mion said she has a relative working in your company, right? Yes. Suyu seemed reluctant to mention it. How was that girl? How did she perform? Lady Su took the opportunity to inquire. She's nothing. She's so stupid. If Mion didn't introduce her to me, I would have kicked her out, Suyu scolded angrily. But I heard that the girl graduated from a dance academy. She's quite pretty. So what if it's a dance academy? I'm here to create stars, not to hire dance teachers. Stop being so smug. Seeing that her son was angry, Lady Su didn't dare to ask more, fearing that Suyu would become suspicious. So he changed the topic and said, "You've been coming back for dinner less and less recently." "Yeah, I've been a little tired recently. I've been busy. Come to think of it, in the past few years, only when Mion lived with us did you come home for dinner every day." "Mom, don't kick me, it's so awkward." Suyu was a little embarrassed. "I know what you're thinking, but Mion's happy now, and we're happy with her. Let's not think about the past, okay? I didn't want to." Suyu lowered his head and continued eating. After the second child is born, Mion's family will be even happier. "So, you have to get married soon." "Mom, it depends on fate. There's no rush." "How can there be no rush? How old are you?" Seeing that his mother was about to talk about marriage again, Suyu immediately changed the topic. "Mom, Zhengro is hospitalized at Southside. Do you know?" "What? Zhengro? Hospitalized at Southside? You work at Southside. Don't you know?" "No." "Oh my God, what's wrong with her? Why is she hospitalized?" Just like that, Suyu successfully changed the topic about his mother. At Southside, and entered with a flower basket and a fruit basket. Excited, Zhengro stood up and looked behind and, Miss Zheng, President Su didn't come, and was very embarrassed. Chapter 3560. "Oh, it's okay. I know he cares about me." Zhengro smiled self-mockingly. "No, Miss Zheng, President Su, is quite conflicted. As a friend, he should be here to see you, but President Su is afraid that you'll misunderstand and give you hope. It wouldn't be good if he hurt you in the future." Xiaon was also very honest. Actually, there was no need to be so explicit about things that he already knew. If he said it out loud, everyone would feel awkward. In the end, Zhengro was annoyed. "Go back and tell Suyu that even if he wants to marry me, I won't marry him. Don't think he's the only excellent man in the world. Yes, narcissism is a disease that needs to be cured." "Oh, okay. I'll go back and tell him," and was more honest. Zhengro was infuriated. "Miss Zheng, do you want some fruit? I'll wash it for you." "No, leave it here." Zhengro waved her hand impatiently at him. "Tell me what you want to eat. I'll buy it for you." "No, you didn't buy lotus leaf noodles for me." Seeing and only carry a flower basket and a fruit basket without any lotus leaf noodles, Zhengro was frustrated. "Oh, I really forgot. I'll go and buy it now," and patted his forehead guiltily and turned to leave. Zhengro stopped him. "Forget it. Don't go. When you come back, it'll be too late. I don't want to eat anymore." "Miss Zheng, I'm really sorry. It's my fault, it's okay. Forget it. I'm not Lu Yan. You don't have to worry about me all the time." Zhengro observed Anne's reaction as she spoke. Indeed, he was embarrassed. His love for Lu Yan was supposed to be a secret, but now it seemed like the whole world knew about it. "Don't be embarrassed. It's okay to like someone," Zhengro comforted him, and nodded and didn't say anything else. "And did you contact Lu Yan after she left?" "No." "Don't you know her overseas number?" "No." "Aren't you close to her? How could this be?" Zhengro seemed to be more interested in Lu Yan. Her superior had warned her many times not to investigate Lu Yan, or she would be in big trouble if Lu Yan found out. However, Zhengro thought Huamin wasn't close to Professor Lu, so she thought it would be faster to start with Lu Yan. After all, Lu Yan had grown up with Professor Lu. Huamin, on the other hand, was a child who had been fostered in a commoner's home. Other than his identity, he definitely knew nothing about those confidential matters. "It's impossible for me and Lu Yan to be together. She's..." and paused. Then he continued, "She's rich and has so much money that she can't spend it all in her lifetime. I'm just a stinky bodyguard." What's wrong with being a bodyguard? Being a bodyguard is a noble profession. I think you only need to be sincere when you like someone, Zheng Ro argued. Zheng Ro tried to tell him more about Lu Yin. Forget it. This view won't work. Look at President Su. He's like Dr. Hua for a long time. He's even willing to die for him, but they still couldn't be together. There are too many factors that determine whether two people can be together. Lu Yin and I don't meet any of those criteria. Don't be discouraged, young man. Tell me when Lu Yin will come again. I'll help you persuade her. Zheng Ro gave a comforting look. Next time? Hee hee. I don't know how long I'll have to wait. Thinking that Lu Yin wouldn't come again, and even if she did, she wouldn't show up in public, and felt hopeless. In Thailand, Southeast Asia, after being nagged for a long time, Lu Yan's ears turned red. Who's bad-mouthing me behind my back? Damn it. Lu Yin jumped up from the bed, a bit irritated. Boss, there's a new development. Come in, Lu Yin yelled. Then she grabbed a bathrobe and put it on. Chapter 35-61. Boss, the latest news is that Amy was tortured to death by young Master Chiao's father's men. Oh, she died so soon? Yeah, the Chiao family is very cruel. To force out Xiaonan's whereabouts, they probably used all kinds of torture methods. Amy was poisoned to begin with, so the toxins in her body exploded prematurely, causing her to fester and die. Where's the body? The Chiao family put it in a sack and threw it into the river in the west. Amy no longer has an international identity. Even if the Thai police find her body, they won't investigate it. After all, it's not a case in their country. Lu Yin nodded. Yeah, in Thailand, too many people die every day. Who would care about such things? That bitch is finally dead. She betrayed boss and deserved to die. Do you know what Amy did wrong? Lu Yin asked her subordinate. She shouldn't have coveted young Master Chiao. Wrong. She shouldn't have coveted Chiao Fei. The most important thing is that she doesn't know the relationship between us. She always thought we were employer and subordinate, but that's not the case. I was the one who saved AI Mi's life back then. She has a lot of enemies, and she failed that mission. Even her old boss is after her, so she has nowhere to go. That's why she wants to follow me no matter what. She even said she would work for me, but unfortunately, a cow wouldn't disobey its master. She was too greedy. That woman has evil intentions. Boss, you've been very good to her in the past few years. You gave her money and weapons when she asked for them, but she wanted to steal your things. That's not her fault. Everyone is greedy. The only thing that displeases me is that she's too stupid. After being with me for so long, her IQ hasn't improved at all. Working with Xiao Nan won't end well, because Xiao Nan is a bastard. By the way, boss, is Xiao Nan still locked in the basement? Should we kill him? Of course not. I'm still waiting for the big fish to take the bait. Lu Yin smiled. Okay, then we'll continue to monitor him. Where's Psycho Xiao? He went to the conference with his father. Oh, now that Xiao Nan isn't here, he thinks of his youngest son. Uncle Xiao is old and muddle-headed. Boss, what about us? Are we still resting in the hotel? Of course not. I'll change now. Wait for me downstairs in 5 minutes. Where are we going? His subordinate was startled. How can I, Lu Yin, be absent from this Asian mafia conference? Lu Yin smiled wickedly. 5 minutes later, when Lu Yin came downstairs, her subordinates were so surprised that their jaws almost dropped. Lu Yin usually wore tights and a black windbreaker, because this way, it was especially clean and efficient. Only when they were in China did Huamin let Lu Yin wear dresses like a socialite. With Lu Yin's beauty, even if she wore the most ordinary clothes, she would still be devastatingly beautiful. However, she spent most of her time chasing others and being chased by others. Therefore, he wore hotel bathrobes the most. It was the first time her subordinates had seen Lu Yin dressed so sexily and beautifully. It was a light red evening gown. The shoulders and the entire neck were exposed, and it was strapless. Her skirt reached her knees, and she had taken off her watch. Instead, She was wearing a Cartier bracelet that was worth hundreds of thousands. Her long hair was tied up slightly, and she wore expensive pearl earrings. In her hand was a Hermes bag. Today, she was dressed like a world-class socialite. "Boss, are you going to participate in the Miss Universe pageant?" One of her subordinates couldn't help but ask. Chapter 3562. Damn it, I'm going to a meeting. Her subordinates. What are you waiting for? Start the car. Sitting in the retro classic car, Lu Yin gave orders angrily. She didn't bring many people with her this time. Including the chauffeur, she only brought 3 people with her. The rest of them either stayed in the hotel to watch over Xiao Nan or stayed in the basement to watch over him. Lu Yan's arrival really shocked everyone. In fact, many people at the Asian Mafia gathering didn't know who Lu Yan was. But they had heard of Lu Yan's name long ago. When Lu Yan arrived, the check-in session was about to end. It's really trendy now. Even a gang gathering has to be like a red carpet. Whose idea is this? Lu Yan cursed in a low voice as she walked. "Hello. Which gang are you from?" The receptionist asked Lu Yan in fluent English. "I'm from a Chow family, a Russian mafia." Lu Yan shamelessly used the name of the Chow family. She was afraid that if she said she was Lu Yan, the people here would explode. That would be interesting. Some of them were Lu Yan's enemies, and Lu Yan had killed many of their people. For example, the mafia in Macau. They once stole the goods of a Laotian mafia and killed their people. One of them was the youngest son of the leader, so the leader of the Laotian mafia was furious. He took out 500 million yuan and asked Lu Yan's people to wipe out the whole family of the mafia boss in Macau. Lu Yan and her subordinates did this in person. The current leader of the mafia in Macau had changed, but their grudges were still there. If they knew Lu Yan was here, they would probably pull out their guns. "Do you have an invitation?" The receptionist confirmed Lu Yan's identity again. Lu Yan smiled and picked up her handbag. Her subordinates thought their boss was going to start a massacre. To their surprise, Lu Yan took out a small mirror and touched up her makeup in front of the man. She looked very seductive. "The invitation letter is with my boyfriend." "What's your boyfriend's name? Can you tell me his name?" Lu Yan lost her patience and was about to lose her temper. Just then, Xiao Fei walked out of nowhere and put his arm around Lu Yan's waist. "Baby, why are you so late? It's about to start." Lu Yan smiled awkwardly. She couldn't lose her temper in front of others. However, was Psycho Xiao addicted to taking advantage of her? "Oh, so you're young Master Qiao's girlfriend. My apologies." When a receptionist saw that they were really from the Russian mafia, he didn't dare to ask any more questions. Xiao Fei walked in with Lu Yan. The subordinates behind him also started gossiping. "Young Master Qiao is so cool. He dared to directly put his hand on boss's waist. If it were someone else, his hand would have been broken long ago." "Nonsense. Your neck will be broken. That's why I say young Master Qiao is mighty and domineering. I think he and our boss are a match made in heaven." Didn't they say that everything in the world has its counter? Boss is such a domineering person. There has to be someone who can suppress her. This is called everything has its counter. "Fuck, can you let go my hand?" Lu Yan felt awkward being held so tightly by Xiao Fei. "I haven't even taught you a lesson yet. Who told you to dress like this?" Xiao Fei reprimanded her with a dark face. "What am I wearing?" Lu Yan looked up and glared at Xiao Fei. "You're almost naked." Xiao Fei liked Lu Yan's sexiness, but he didn't want her to openly show it to everyone. Chapter 3563. Go to hell. You're the one who's naked. Don't you know how to talk? Lu Yan felt aggrieved that Psycho Qiao had scolded her so harshly when she was dressed so beautifully. "Why are you here?" Xiao Fei was surprised that Lu Yan had never said she would come. "I'm bored in the hotel, so I came here to get a free meal." "Xiao Fei, what's with that expression?" "Miss Lu Yan, one of the richest people in the world, said you were here to get a free meal. Do you think I'll believe you?" "Ah, just think of it as me coming here for dinner." "So you're here in the name of the Qiao family?" "Of course. If I say I'm from the Taiwan Somlian gang and the girlfriend of the leader of the Four-Eyed Chicken gang, what will you do?" "Then I'll kill him for sure." Xiao Fei said with a straight face. That's right. That's why, in order to avoid unnecessary bloodshed, I'll let you take the blame. All right, you win. Lin Fan smiled. Luyan always had her own twisted logic, but Xiao Fei wasn't really angry. Xiao Fei was quite happy to hear that she knew to tell others that she was a member of the Qiao family. Of course, he didn't show it on his face. Do you know how many enemies you have here? Xiao Fei asked in a low voice. Not many. There are about 20 families here. I think I've made enemies with 15 of them. So, you're not here to cause trouble? Xiao Fei thought it was dangerous for Lu Yin to appear here in public. It's okay. None of them have seen my real face. Not even your father. Xiao Fei was surprised to hear her words. She didn't wear a human skin mask today. Every time she went out on a mission or somewhere else, she had hundreds of human skin masks in her suitcase. She could take any one of them with her, and they would look different. She could change into anything she wanted, and she could even become the person she wanted. She was so good at disguising herself as Amy that Xiao Nin didn't see through her. So when Lu Yin reminded him, Xiao Fei looked down and saw Lu Yin was wearing her real face today. Is it too risky for you to do this? It's okay. It's more exciting. Be careful not to provoke too much, or you won't be able to end it. It's okay. You're here, aren't you? Lu Yin knocked on Xiao Fei's chest fearlessly. In the end, Xiao Fei couldn't bear to scold her. He simply took off his suit jacket and draped it over her body. Isn't it too hot? I don't want to wear. Keep it on. You're not allowed to take it off. If I find out that you dare to take it off, what do you think? Lu Yin raised her chin provocatively. I'll tell everyone that you're Lu Yin. Motherfucker, how devious. So, you better keep a low profile. After you freeload, hurry up and go back to sleep. Will you hate me if I kill your second elder brother? Lu Yin murmured. Whatever. She could tell from Xiao Fei's expression that he had no feelings for Xiao Nan. It was no wonder that Xiao Nan had tried to kill his younger brother many times in order to ostracize him. He even instigated AI Me to poison the coffee. How could Xiao Fei have feelings for someone like him? While they were talking, someone walked up to them. Fei, long time no see. You're still the same as when you were a kid. An older man in a suit walked up to them. Lu Yin turned her head and recognized him. He was an elder of the Hong Kong Mafia. Uncle Wu. Xiao Fei greeted him. I haven't seen you in years. I just saw your father and was talking to him about you. Hey, is this your girlfriend? The man glanced at Lu Yin. My fiancée. Xiao Fei introduced coolly and placed his hand on Lu Yin's, but from behind. Lu Yin wanted to be angry, but didn't dare to do so. Chapter 3564. Whoa, you have a fiancée. She's so pretty. You're so lucky. Hey, how come I heard you were with a demoness? Demoness? Lu Yin froze. The old man looked at Xiao Fei. There was a rumor going around that you had a falling out with your father and left with a demoness. I'm old now, so I don't pay much attention to international news. I heard from the juniors in our gang that the woman is crazy and has killed countless people. What's her name again? Lu Yin. Lu Yin reminded the old man with a smile. Right. Her name is Lu Yin. It's said that she's young but ruthless. She only cares about money. She'll kill anyone as long as you give her money. No, uncle. She has principles and won't kill anyone. She won't kill her father. Lu Yin interrupted. Of course. Who would kill their own father? Hey, little girl, how do you know so much? Because Lu Yin didn't finish. Xiao Fei covered her mouth and said, because she's my fiancée, so she knows a lot. Uncle, I have something to do, so I won't keep you company. Okay. Go ahead. You have a good fiancée. Tell me when you get married. The old man said enthusiastically. Xiao Fei walked away with Lu Yin in his arms. I'll remember that old man. Damn it. When I have time, I'll teach him a lesson. Isn't he right? Aren't you ruthless and ruthless? Xiao Fei chuckled. If I'm such a despicable demoness, why are you still following me? Lu Yin pursed her lips. I like ruthless and ruthless people. I don't want those who don't kill many people. Lu Yin, you're a psycho. You're psycho. Lu Yin felt that calling Xiao Fei a psycho wasn't wrong at all. Hey, your father's over there. Yeah. Do you want to go say hi to him? Xiao Fei teased her. Forget it. I'm afraid he'll get a heart attack. Lu Yin chuckled. Okay, don't follow me. Go to the old man. Xiao isn't here, so he can't handle it himself. What about you? Xiao Fei looked at Lu Yin gently. I'll walk around. Don't cause trouble. This is Thailand, and there are more than 20 gangs here. Yes, I know. Be a good girl. Xiao Fei reached out and patted Lu Yan's head as if he was talking to a child. Okay, I'll listen to you. Then Lu Yin secretly added in her mind, of course. Just like that, the two parted ways in the venue. Lu Yan's subordinate followed her closely. You guys go around and see if the people from the Golden Triangle are here. Yes, boss. Be smart and don't get too close to others. You're not allowed to fight with them. This time, you can't cause any trouble. You're just here to sound them out. Got it, boss. After giving her instructions, Lu Yin began to wander around. It was very hot in the venue. Just as she was about to take off her coat, she felt Xiao Fei's murderous gaze through the crowd. In the end, he simply gave up. Putting on Xiao Fei's coat, Lu Yin wandered around the buffet-style venue. Then she walked to the champagne rack and picked up a glass of champagne. Just as she was about to drink, she heard a man's voice behind her. Beauty, I've never seen you before. Which family are you from? The man spoke in Chinese, although it wasn't very fluent. Lu Yin turned around. When she saw the man clearly, her eyes flickered. Chapter 3565. It's just a small gang, not worth mentioning. Facing this man, Lu Yin had to be careful. If she told him that she was Xiao Fei's fiancée, she would be in trouble. This man was the Qiao family's biggest business partner in Southeast Asia in recent years. He was also the biggest arms dealer in Southeast Asia, Huao. It was said that his ancestors were rich Burmese businessmen and his family was very rich. This man was only in his early 30s and was very vicious. That was why he could smoothly rise to the top in the huge Hu family. To be exact, Xiao Nan was very close to this man. So, Lu Yin had always wondered if Huao was the one who instigated Xiao Nan to target her. Unfortunately, very few gangsters in the world had ever seen Lu Yin in person. So, even if Huao wanted to catch Lu Yin, he didn't recognize her when he saw her in person. It had to be said that this was the greatest irony. I'm impressed that such a beauty can come from a small gang. Do you want to have a drink with me? Boss Hu, since you think so highly of me, let's have a drink. You know me. Hearing the woman in front of him call him Boss Hu, Huao felt flattered. Of course. Who doesn't know the arms dealer in Southeast Asia? Huh? You're funny. You don't look old. Are you 20? Huao sized up the woman in front of him. Not only was she exquisite, but she was also very sexy. Not only was she sexy, but she also had a baby face that made people want to press down on her. Huao spent most of his time in the Golden Triangle, where the status of women wasn't very high. So, although he was only in his early 30s, he already had a lot of wives and concubines. Based on incomplete statistics, Huao had as many as 21 wives and 46 children. This was what it meant to have a lot of children. However, out of all his wives, none of them were stunning beauties. So, when he saw Lu Yin, he was attracted by her beauty. Then, he came over to hit on her regardless of his status. If this girl was from a small gang, it would be easy. Everyone in the small gangs in Asia knew about Boss Hu. So, for the sake of benefits and cooperation, he would give up the woman. It didn't matter if she was someone's mistress or daughter. I'm not 20. I just turned 18 this year. Lu Yin smiled like a flower. 18. Good age. You're a budding flower. Huao had dealt with Chinese people all the time and had learned a lot of idioms. You're wrong. A budding flower's ages a 13 or 14-year-old girl. Yes, you're flower bud. Huao looked Lu Yan's attention. With a glass of wine in her hand, Lu Yin patiently chatted with him. Not far away, Xiao Fei was furious. Just as he was about to walk over, he was stopped by his father. Xiao Fei, let's go. I'll bring you to meet someone. Xiao Fei had no choice but to be dragged away. Unwilling to give up, he sent Lu Yin a message. Lu Yan's attention. Lu Yan's text a reading to read. Lu Yan she read the text to read it read. It's reading was Lu lose loses Lu lose. Lu Yan. Stay away from Huao. Lu Yan chuckled, thinking, damn it. It's Huao who should stay away from me. If he knew who he was flirting with, he would be so scared he wouldn't be in the mood to flirt with girls. What are you thinking about? Huao moved closer to Lu Yan and asked flirtatiously. Chapter 3566. Oh, it's nothing. There are a lot of people here, and I feel dizzy. Do you want me to drive you back to the hotel to rest? Which hotel are you staying at? No, the banquet just started. How can I go back to rest? I'm staying at the Reston Hotel next door. If you're tired, I could drive you there. His words were so direct that even the girl who got a room with him made it sound like he was doing a good deed. He was shameless to the extreme. It's really not necessary, Mr. Hu. I'm not tired. If you don't have a companion, I'll go with you. Huao offered to go with Lu Yan. Before Lu Yan could speak, one of her subordinates walked over. Boss. He was about to call her boss when he saw a stranger beside her. He immediately changed his words. Miss, you have a phone call. Okay. Lu Yan nodded and smiled apologetically at Huao. I'm sorry, Mr. Hu. I have to answer the phone. Go ahead. With a smile, Lu Yan followed her subordinate to a corner. My goodness. Boss. Isn't the person beside you Huao? Yeah. Didn't he say last month that he'd give our mercenary group information within 3 months? Her subordinate clicked his tongue. Who doesn't know how to brag? Does he have the ability to do that? Lu Yan rolled her eyes. Were you negotiating with him? Bullshit. He was flirting with me. Can't you see it? Ahem. He was flirting with you. Does he know who you are? Her subordinate almost spat out blood. Of course not. If he knew, would he dare to do it? Lu Yan sneered. Lu Yan's subordinates glanced at Huao, who was standing not far away with sympathy. He looked at Lu Yan with shameless lust in his eyes, as if he really wanted to hit on her. But this girl wasn't easy to hit on. His life would be in danger. Lu Yan walked to a corner, and her subordinates made sure there was no one else around. Then they turned on the anti-eavesdropping system before Lu Yan answered the phone. Seeing a familiar number from China, Lu Yan was a bit alarmed. Brother-in-law, what's wrong? Did something happen to my sister? Lu Yan, are you still in Thailand? It was Qin Chu's voice. Yes. Yes. I want you to help me investigate someone. Who? Then, Qin Chu summarized what had happened to Lu Yan. Hearing this, Lu Yan sucked in a cold breath. It's too dangerous. Sister is in too much danger now. We can't let her go on business trips anymore. I did, but she didn't listen. I'll call her and scold her. Lu Yan was furious. Can you help me find out who that person is with in Thailand? I have to confirm who is the one who wants to buy your sister this time. I'll check it now. Wait a moment. Lu Yan took the bag, took out her watch, opened the database, and entered Qin Chu's name and age. Finally, he locked onto his target. It's actually him? Fuck, what a small world. Lu Yan sneered. Who is it? It's Huao, Lu Yan said. Huao, that arms dealer? Why did he capture your sister? Qin Chu had heard a little about Huao, but no matter how he thought about it, he didn't think Huao had anything to do with Huamin. Is there a need to ask? Huao has a grudge against me. Previously, he also clamored to destroy my team. He has a good relationship with Xiaonan. I think there might be something fishy going on here. Perhaps Huao also knows about the things on my father, so he wants to capture sister. Of course, this is just my guess. Are you sure it's Huao? Didn't you say those people wore masks? Huao has an organization called White Tiger Hall, which is full of assassins. They like to wear masks when they go out to do business. I'm 100% sure it's them. Fuck, how dare they kidnap my sister? Lu Yan hadn't been so angry when she heard that Huao wanted to kill her. But when she heard that he wanted to kill Huamin, she was furious. Don't act rashly. Huao isn't an ordinary person. He's not easy to deal with. He has many people in Thailand. Afraid that Lu Yan would act rashly, Qin Chu tried to persuade her. Chapter 3567. I'm fine, brother-in-law. Don't worry. The person who wants to kill me hasn't been born yet. Then, Lu Yan hung up the phone. If someone else had said this, they would have been bragging. But Lu Yan's words were the truth. After listening to Qin Shu talk about her sister being hunted down, Lu Yan felt depressed. When she returned, she walked around Hu Ao and didn't approach him. After all, with Lu Yan's short temper, she might not be able to resist stabbing him. But if she did it in this place, it wouldn't be easy to get away. Besides, Lu Yan hadn't finished what she wanted to do. Her sister's identity was completely exposed. Hua Xiqian was taken away from her, and no one knew where he was. Lu Yan suddenly felt very irritated. In the past, she and her father had been running around the world and didn't feel anything. But now, she had her sister. Her sister had a child and was pregnant with a second baby. If anything happened to her sister, it would be more than grief could express. So, Lu Yan now had a clear goal in life, which was to protect her sister and the people she loved. Lu Yan's appearance was undoubtedly the highlight of the scene. Although many of these mafia bosses had brought their mistresses and daughters with them, it was still not enough. But Lu Yan's beauty was unparalleled. Xiao Fei was pulled by his father to a Malaysian dadak. "Brother Zhu, this is my youngest son, Xiao Fei." Xiao Fei's father introduced him. "Wow, our youngest son is already so big." Xiao Fei knew this man was a noble in Malaysia and had monopolized many industries in Malaysia. His ancestors were also Chinese, so he looked like Chinese and could speak Chinese. "Qian, come here and greet Uncle Xiao." Beside the man was a young girl with long, wavy hair that looked like seaweed. She looked sweet and lovely. "Hello, Uncle Xiao. This is Qian. You've grown so big and beautiful." Xiao Fei's father greeted the dadak. "Fei, you met Qian when you were little. I took you to Malaysia for your Uncle Zhu's birthday." "I don't remember." Xiao Fei's casual reply showed his lack of enthusiasm for the girl in front of him. "It's okay if you don't remember. It's rare for you two to meet again. You two should catch up." That man seemed to want to set Xiao Fei up with his daughter. "Brother Xiao Fei, your silver hair is so beautiful." The girl smiled sweetly. Xiao Fei didn't respond. He just glanced at the girl's face coldly. It was as if she had no interest in him at all. "Little Fei isn't married yet, right?" The dadak asked directly. "I have a fiancé." "Ah, wasn't Xiao Nin not married yet? How could you?" Xiao Fei's words stunned the man. "Xiao Fei, don't joke with your Uncle Zhu." Xiao Fei's father tried to stop him. "I'm not joking. Father, have you forgotten about my fiancé? Back then, you were the one who helped me decide." Fei, Father Xiao seemed to want his son to shut up. "Uncle Zhu, my fiancée is Lu Yan. I'll marry no one but Lu Yan." "You." Xiao Fei's father's fingers trembled in anger. The girl looked at Xiao Fei curiously. "Brother Xiao Fei, you're a man. Why do you say you'll marry no one but Lu Yan?" A long-lost smile appeared on Xiao Fei's cold face. He said, "Because my fiancée is much richer than me. I eat her food, wear her clothes, live in her house, and sleep with her. So, I'll marry her." Hearing Xiao Fei's words, dadak and Father Qiao's faces turned livid. "Brother Qiao, what's going on? Is the Lu Yan your son mentioned that murderous demon?" Dadak continued to ask with a dark face. Chapter 3568. Uncle Zhu, my fiancée, isn't a murderer. She's the queen of mercenaries. "Thank you." "Xiao Fei, what are you talking about?" Xiao Fei's father was furious. "Father, I'm just telling the truth." "What truth? Didn't you break up with Lu Yan?" "Who told you that? What's done can't be undone. Maybe Yin is pregnant with my child, your grandchild, Xiao Fei's father. Brother Qiao, what's going on?" "Hey." Furious, the dadak turned around and left with his daughter. When they had talked on the phone, Xiao Fei's father had told the dadak to bring his daughter here, saying that he wanted to marry Xiao Fei. In the future, they would work together to develop the arms industry in Southeast Asia. Unfortunately, the dadak's son was already married, and the woman wasn't easy to deal with. After the dadak left, Xiao Fei's father's face darkened. "I think you're out of your mind. Why are you talking nonsense?" "Yes, not only is it in water, but can also raise fish," Xiao Fei retorted. Xiao Fei's father. "Fei, do you know who he is?" the Datuk of Malaysia, Zhu Mingshun. He's the richest man in Malaysia. On the surface, he's a businessman, but in fact, he runs underground casinos, launder money, and sells arms. You know a lot. Do you know what it means if you marry his daughter? It doesn't matter to me. I won't marry anyone else. I only want Lu Yin. Do you know Lu Yin will get you killed? Do you know how many people want her head? Humph. If they want her head, they have to get through me first. You're crazy. You're crazy. Seeing his son bewitched by Lu Yin, Xiao Fei's father was furious. Father, if you want to get married, you can ask Xiao Nan. If not, you can ask my brother to marry more women. If not, you can take concubines. Bastard. Xiao Fei's father was furious. If it weren't for the occasion, he would have slapped Xiao Fei. She thought that her youngest son had changed for the better and cut off all ties with that woman. She didn't expect that. He was caught off guard. If you don't listen to me, you'll regret it sooner or later. Xiao Fei's father pointed at him, his face livid. If I had listened to you, I would have regretted it long ago. Without giving his father a chance to speak, Xiao Fei turned and left. Thinking that this party was too boring, he decided to find Lu Yin as soon as possible and go back to the hotel to flirt with her. When Xiao Fei went to look for her, Lu Yin was gone, and so were her subordinates. Damn girl, you didn't even tell me that you were leaving. Xiao Fei thought she had left. In fact, Lu Yin left the venue but didn't leave. She just pretended to be tired and rested in the lounge. At this time, Hu Ao was discussing business with a gang from North America. Perhaps the conversation didn't go well, so it didn't take long for him to come out. The moment he came out, he saw the exquisite woman sitting there. Why are you here? He couldn't help but walk over. I'm a little dizzy, so I came here to get some fresh air. Lu Yin purposely slowed down her speech and said in a soft voice, I already said that if you tire me out, I'll send you back to the hotel. Okay, let's go then. This time, Lu Yin didn't refuse. Instead, she smiled brightly. Hu Ao didn't seem to notice the approaching danger. Chapter 35-69. When Xiao Fei ran out, he saw Lu Yin get into Hu Ao's car. Hu Ao was the most active person who wanted to kill Lu Yin recently. If Lu Yin got in his car, then no. It's too dangerous. Xiao Fei rushed up and tried to stop the car. But Lu Yin's subordinates stopped him. Young Master Qiao, boss said you can't go. She's taking a risk. It's okay. Boss has a good plan. She told you to go back to the hotel and wait for her. She'll meet you there in a minute. Hu Ao's subordinates are very powerful. They're not stupid. I'm afraid she'll be trapped. Boss said she won't. Why is she so impulsive? Why didn't she tell me about this plan? Young Master Qiao, calm down. Boss changed the plan at the last minute. I heard Hu Ao's men attacked Miss Hua in China. What? They attacked Sister Mian? Xiao Fei was surprised. I think so. Anyway, after Boss received a call from Miss Hua's husband, she was very angry and changed the plan at the last minute. Then she won't be able to kill Hu Ao on her own. Xiao Fei knew everyone had to be scanned at the entrance, and no weapons could be brought in. Lu Yin didn't have a pistol or a dagger with her. She got into Hu Ao's car. Other than Hu Ao, everyone else was in Hu Ao's car. Besides Hu Ao, there was also a driver and bodyguards. Therefore, Lu Yin didn't have much of a chance. Besides, she might be in danger. Young Master Qiao, don't worry about Boss. Even if she can't kill Hu Ao, she can get away. Xiao Fei was worried, but it was too late to chase after her. If he tried to stop the car, his identity might be exposed. So, he had to go back to the hotel with Lu Yin's subordinates and wait for the news. Inside the luxurious black Bentley, Hu Ao gave Lu Yin a bottle of water. Drink some water. It'll make you feel better. No, thank you. Lu Yin refused with a smile. Of course she would drink this damn thing. Everyone knew there were many tricks in the drinks and water in Southeast Asia. Many bastards, in order to deal with women, would use a kind of thing called mesmerizing water. How could Lu Yin make such a low-level mistake when she was drunk and at the mercy of others? It seemed that Hu Ao really treated her as an ordinary woman. What? Are you afraid that I'll drug you? Do you want me to drink first? Hu Ao pushed Lu Yin away. Okay, you drink it. I'll see if you're dizzy after you drink it, and then I'll drink it Lu Yin said jokingly. Little girl, you're so naughty, but I like it. With a smile, Hu Ao reached out to touch Lu Yin's face. Lu Yin raised her hand to stop his lewd hand. She then picked up her handbag and said, I need to touch up my makeup. The bodyguard in front held the pistol vigilantly, afraid that this woman would be a ghost again. He was afraid that Lu Yin would take out a weapon from her purse. After all, Hu Ao had a lot of enemies. They didn't feel relieved until Lu Yin took out a small mirror. You guys seem very nervous? What? Are you afraid that I'm a female killer who will kill Mr. Hu? Lu Yin smiled as she touched up her makeup. They're just too nervous. Maybe it's because I've encountered too many assassination attempts. Don't be angry. Hu Ao comforted the woman beside him. His mind was already muddled by lust, and he wished he could pounce on this woman and eat her up in the next second. Stop the car. I want to eat mango ice cream. Lu Yin suddenly saw a dessert shop and yelled, Go back to the hotel. Obviously, Hu Ao didn't want her to get out of the car. I want to eat it now. What? Mr. Hu, are you afraid that I'll run away? Of course not. Hee hee. How about this? I'll ask my men to go down and buy it for you. Okay, Mr. Hu, I'd better go down with this lady to buy it. Otherwise, I don't know what she wants to eat. Hu Ao's bodyguard was smart and was afraid that this woman would attack his master if he got out of the car, so he planned to take Lu Yin down with him and keep an eye on her. But this was exactly what Lu Yin wanted. Lu Yin smiled even more smugly, and her eyes curved into crescents. Chapter 3570. Okay, go downstairs with her. Hu Ao did not suspect anything from the beginning to the end. Or rather, he was too confident in his bodyguard. He seemed to have the ability to control this young lady in front of him. If he had known she was Lu Yin's bodyguard, he wouldn't have dared to mess with her. When Lu Yin got out of the car, she quickly left a small object in the handle of the car. She was so fast that no one saw it, because Hu Ao's eyes were fixed on Lu Yin. Buy whatever you want. Let him pay for it, Hu Ao reminded her gently. Thank you, Mr. Hu. You're so nice to women. You're wrong. I'm only nice to you. Hu Ao gave Lu Yin a suggestive look. Lu Yin smiled sweetly and said goodbye to Hu Ao. Then Hu Ao's bodyguard followed her into the dessert shop. When it was about time, Lu Yin found a seat and sat down. Then she said to the bodyguard, I'm tired. You go and buy the desserts. I'll wait here. Okay, what do you want to eat? Mango ice and coconut milk sago. Let me think. And tiramisu. Okay, please wait a moment. I'll go and buy them. The bodyguard turned to line up at the counter. From the moment he paid at the counter to the moment he looked back at the woman, it had only been 10 seconds, but in these 10 seconds, he had disappeared. Then his first reaction was to look at his boss's car. Sure enough, with a huge boom, the Bentley Hu Ao was in exploded instantly. The deafening noise made the surrounding people turn pale with fright. The bodyguard was no longer in a mood to buy desserts and rushed out as fast as he could. At this moment, Lu Yin had changed into men's clothes and returned to the hotel from another road on her motorcycle. In the corridor of the hotel, Boss, I just got the news that Hu Ao didn't die. He was sent to the hospital, but seems to be severely injured. I didn't want him to die. That's why I used a sticky bomb. If I wanted him dead, I would have used my big baby. Then he would have been a pile of meat paste. Boss, why didn't you just kill him? It's not the right time to kill him. Hu Ao is nothing to be afraid of, but the power behind him is not to be underestimated. Moreover, Thailand is his territory. If he dies, especially during this Asian Mafia conference, I'm afraid it will cause panic. At that time, it will be difficult for us to escape. However, he should rest for a long time after this explosion, so he won't miss my sister, idiot. Lu Yin didn't want to deal with this guy so soon. But hearing that his men had gone to China to harass Min, Lu Yin lost her cool. His sister was already more than 6 months pregnant. Her belly was so big that it was inconvenient for her to move around. It was insane for them to target pregnant women. No matter what the purpose was, she could not tolerate it. After she was done, she sent Qin Chu a short text message. She only said one sentence. The tiger is seriously injured and won't be able to leave the mountain for a while. Don't worry. This sister-in-law of his was really something. Qin Shu only asked her to help investigate the person who sent the message to Fourth Master Fong. Lu Yin found the source and taught him a lesson. After teaching Hu Ao a lesson, Lu Yin felt much more relaxed. Taking off her shabby men's jacket, she walked in her room. As soon as she pushed the door open, someone hugged her from behind. With her years of experience, Lu Yin threw a backhand punch, but it was caught by someone. Obviously, the person was familiar with her moves. You even hit your own husband. Are you a tigress? Xiao Fei laughed as he held Lu Yin's fist. Chapter 3571. Don't you think it's too easy for you to enter my room? Can I? Xiao Fei raised his eyebrows. What do you think? Damn you, you asked such a stupid question. Aren't you embarrassed? I haven't gotten even with you for flirting with Hu Ao today. Huh. You have to pay for flirting with me. Didn't you watch the news? I did. The Bentley exploded. Hu Ao is trying to save it, Xiao Fei said calmly. Are you still jealous? Of course. Even if he's dead, I'll still be jealous. You shouldn't have smiled at him. You're so jealous. Damn it. You flirted with the daughter of the Malaysian dadak. I'll skin you alive, whoa. Not bad. You paid attention to me. Of course. Then you must have heard my conversation with my father. Xiao Fei let go of Lu Yan's hand and leaned close to her face. Lu Yan looked away awkwardly. What conversation? Don't pretend. I know you can eavesdrop on everything with your listening device. But I'm not bored enough to eavesdrop on you and your father. Since you didn't hear it, I'll repeat it for you. Xiao Fei chuckled. No, I don't want to listen. It's boring. No, you must listen. I told him that I'll marry no one but Lu Yan. Damn it. I won't marry you. You're too expensive. I can't afford you. Lu Yan chuckled. Of course not. Our Miss Lu is very rich. She's really rich. So you want my money? Lu Yan teased him. Yeah, not only do I want your money, but I also want you. Then Xiao Fei took out a razor blade and slashed it across her dress. Lu Yan's evening gown was instantly ripped open from the back. Fuck. What are you doing? Taking off your clothes. Xiao Fei was straightforward. Lu Yan, you're so shameless. I can be shameless as long as I want you. Psycho Xiao, don't push it. Don't say I'm not nice to you. I don't need you to be nice to me. How about a fight? The loser is on the top. What's on it? Lu Yan didn't have much interest in sex. That was why he couldn't react in time. At this moment, our young master Qiao emphasized, if you lose, you'll be on top. If you win, I'll be on top. Motherfucker, why does it sound like you're the one taking advantage? No, you're the one who's taking advantage of me, because I'm the one who's putting in the effort. Before she could finish, Xiao Fei pounced on her. Maybe it was because Lu Yan didn't have her guard up around Xiao Fei, so she wasn't as nimble as usual. Just like that, the two of them wrestled together from the floor to the bed, from the bed to the floor. Then, the subordinates outside the door heard the conversation in the room. Psycho Qiao, you're hurting me. Psycho Qiao. I'm exhausted. Can we do it later? Lu Yan's subordinates' jaws dropped. Has boss been taken down? I don't know. I guess so. Fuck, I really admire young Master Qiao. He's my idol. In fact, the scene in the room was like this. Xiao Fei had good stamina and had been fighting with Lu Yan for half an hour. In the end, she was exhausted and was pinned down on the bed by Xiao Fei. But nothing had happened between the two of them. Yan, it's time for you to give me some benefits. I want meat. Chapter 3572. Eat my ass. Get out. Like a little lion, Lu Yan jumped up from the bed. Just like that, the two of them started fighting. Xiao Fei didn't want to fight her. He was just teasing her. He hadn't had such intimate interaction with her for a long time. He had been holding it in for a long time. Boss, someone knocked on the door. You sure know how to pick a good time. Xiao Fei looked dissatisfied. Come in. Lu Yan immediately let go of him and sat up. She even straightened her collar, afraid that her subordinates would misunderstand. Her subordinates came in and didn't dare to look up at them, afraid that they would skin them alive. What's up? Lu Yan coughed awkwardly and asked. Boss, Chownan escaped? How? Lu Yin didn't look surprised at all. He was rescued. Our men are all injured. Fortunately, they ran fast and said they were rescued by a group of men in black. Men in black? You didn't see their faces, right? Yeah, they were very strong, and we couldn't fight them off. Please punish us, boss. Xiao Nan's rescue was a big deal, so her subordinates were scared and didn't dare to tell Lu Yin, afraid that she would explode. But Lu Yin was actually very calm. If she was afraid that Xiao Nan would be kidnapped, she wouldn't have locked him in the basement. She would have locked him in her hotel. So this was a show that Lu Yin had set up. She couldn't kill Xiao Nan because she wanted to catch the big fish. Now that the big fish was out, it was a good thing for Lu Yin. It's okay. I don't blame you. You can leave. Boss, are you angry? Don't be angry. Get out. Don't waste my time. Yes, yes. Sorry to disturb you. You can continue. Seeing that Lu Yin didn't say anything, her subordinates hurried out of the room. After the man left, Xiao Fei immediately hugged Lu Yin from behind. Let go of me, or I'll break your legs. Do you believe me? Your subordinates told us to continue, Xiao Fei said matter-of-factly. Lu Yin turned around in exasperation and amusement. She looked at Xiao Fei with a serious expression. Please, now that your despicable second brother has been rescued by someone, aren't you worried? What are you worried about? Wasn't that how you designed it? You purposely locked him in the basement and found so few people to guard him. Wasn't it just to let someone rescue him? Haha, looks like you know everything. Seeing that Xiao Fei understood her meaning, Lu Yin was in a good mood. I think I know you quite well. Actually, at first I thought Hu Ao was the one who colluded with Xiao Nan, but now it seems Xiao Fei didn't say anything and continued listening to Lu Yin. From the looks of it, Hu Ao isn't the only one who is related to him. There's someone else involved. Hu Ao can't even save herself now, so she definitely wouldn't ask anyone to save Xiao Nan. Moreover, Hu Ao doesn't seem to know that I'm in Thailand, so she definitely isn't on guard against me. So the person who saved Xiao Nan is the real big fish. You look so confident. You must have put a tracker on him, Xiao Fei guessed. Smart. I just want to see where Xiao Nan will end up. Hong Kong, Taiwan, Macau, Vietnam, or the Golden Triangle? Lu Yin smiled mysteriously. Then when will you leave Thailand? Tomorrow. I'm going to Syria. It's a war-torn place. Why are you going there? To sell all the bombs in my stockpile. Only war-torn places need them. Lu Yin raised her chin smugly. Okay, be careful. You're not coming with me? Lu Yin thought Xiao Fei would follow her around like before, but from his tone, she knew he didn't mean that. Chapter 3573. No, I want to go back to Russia. Hey, what do you mean? Why are you running away when I don't give you meat? What kind of person are you? Lu Yin cursed in exasperation, thinking Xiao Fei was angry. Yeah, so, do you want to sleep with me? I'm not leaving either. Bullshit. I don't care if you leave or not. If you want to leave, leave now. Lu Yin didn't feel good about it. Technically, Xiao Nan was no longer in the family. Even if he was rescued, he wouldn't dare to come back in a short time. What was the point of Xiao Fei returning to the family? Xiao Fei's father didn't like Lu Yin and tried his best to prevent Lu Yin and Xiao Fei from being together. Yin, Xiao Nan may have been kicked out by you this time, but his influence is still there. Plus, Xiao Nan has stockpiled a batch of firearms. My father doesn't know about this. He plans to trade them with someone in private. So, Lu Yin stared at him in exasperation. So, I have to go back, get the goods, and sell them. Then I'll buy you a bag, Lu Yin, thinking of the roses, luxury bags, and bulletproof vest that Xiao Fei had given her on Chinese Valentine's Day. Lu Yin felt warm inside. Do you really think I'm going to live off you for the rest of my life? Our Xiao family is a firearms family. Even if I'm not in the family and have no power, it's not hard for me to get billions of you on. Xiao Nan's goods are good. When I was in Moscow, I sent people to keep an eye on them. Now that he's not here, I'm going to sell them. What will you do after you get them? Lu Yin looked at him with longing in her eyes. I'll go to you with the money. Xiao Fei reached out his hand gently and touched Lu Yin's face. This time, She didn't move away. Instead, she raised her hand and placed it on the back of Xiao Fei's hand. Then, you must be careful. Don't let anything happen to you. I won't. Your husband isn't that weak. Even if he's weak, he can't control our Queen Yin. Get out. Don't talk nonsense. Okay, let's cut the crap. It's about time. The old man is going to flip out if he can't find me. I don't want him to know that you're in Thailand. You better get out of here as soon as possible. Otherwise, if they find out that Hu Ao isn't dead, you'll be in trouble. No matter how powerful Lu Yin was, she had too many enemies, so Xiao Fei wanted to persuade her to leave as soon as possible. Yes, I know. Then I'll leave now. Xiao Fei raised his hand and fastened the button on his shirt that Lu Yin had torn open. When he reached the door, Lu Yin couldn't help but run over and hug him from behind. Psycho Xiao, you must come and find me. Don't worry, I won't run. You're not allowed to be with other women. If I find out, skin me alive, Xiao Fei said with a smile. Wrong. I'll dig up your ancestral grave. All right, little ancestor. I got it. I won't dare to do it. Don't worry. Xiao Fei turned around and pinched Lu Yan's face lovingly. Then he left the hotel suite. After Xiao Fei left, Lu Yan fell a bit down. She sat on the big bed and crossed her legs like a tough woman. Then, she called him mean. Hello, this is Southside. Since she was calling a landline, she didn't see the caller ID. Huamin thought it was a work buddy. Sis, Lu Yan called in a low voice. Yin. Huamian's voice was filled with surprise. Sis, I'm in a bad mood. I want to talk to you. Chapter 3574. What's wrong, Yin? What's wrong? It was rare for Lu Yin to be so quiet without swearing. She must have something on her mind. Sis, I'm only in my early 20s. Isn't it too early to get married? Get married? Huamin was confused. Psycho Qiao. Lu Yin explained. You want to get married to him? Huamin finally understood what was going on. I just feel like there's no end to our lives. So I thought, that's a good thing. I told you before that you're a girl and have to return to your family sooner or later. There was silence on the other end of the line. Hello? Yan, are you still there? I'm listening, sis. Have you discussed it with Xiao Fei? No, it's just an idea that popped up in my head. I'm very frustrated and conflicted, so I wanted to talk to you about it. Are you guys in a fight again? No, we're fine. Then what are you frustrated about? Huamin didn't understand. Sis, I don't know if you've ever felt this way. It's when you're feeling the happiest that you've ever felt. You're worried that your current happiness is illusory. You're worried that extreme joy will turn into sorrow. You're worried that a tragedy will happen. You'll feel inexplicably uneasy. I know. Huamin had studied psychology and often talked to Jiang Xiaowei. How could he not understand this? Yeah, that's how I feel right now. It's scary. I'm depressed too. I want to be with him forever, but I feel like someone like me has no future. Maybe I won't be happy even if I get married, return to my family, and have children. I don't want my children to be hunted down and live the same life as me. You're thinking too far ahead. The thing right now is your marriage with Xiao Fei. What did he say? I didn't ask him. I don't know what he thinks. Are you sure about him? Yes, then I'm sure of it. All these years, other than him, no one else beside me has caught my eye. That's enough. Love is a matter between two people. You should discuss it with him. If you really think it's okay, I'll support you. I'll pay for all the wedding expenses. Huamin was full of pride. At the thought that Lu Yin was going to get married and go back to China to start a family, she felt more at ease. Ha, forget it. I'm richer than you. Sis, you can't even bear to spend your own money. I don't want to cheat you. Actually, this matter isn't confirmed yet. I just said it casually. Don't take it seriously. Of course, don't tell Dad. Okay, I won't say it. Has Dad contacted you recently? No. Huamian's tone was a little disappointed. That's probably because he's been rather busy recently. He hasn't contacted me either. After I'm done with my business in Syria, I'll make a trip to the United States. It's best if I can meet him. All right. Okay, sis. I'm fine now. Talk to you later. Before Huamin could say anything, Lu Yin hung up the call. But Huamin felt very happy when he remembered that Yin would call him when she was confused or unhappy. At least, he had regarded his sister as his spiritual support. Vice Director, Miss Zhang wants to see you. A nurse from the orthopedics department came over and knocked on the door. Okay, I got it. Huamin stood up and straightened his white coat. Then he walked toward the VIP ward in the orthopedics department. Zhengro could walk now, but her movements were slow. How are you feeling today? Huamin sat down beside her. Huamin, I want to leave the hospital. Zhengrou's eyes were filled with tears. You haven't recovered yet. Why do you want to leave the hospital? Didn't you say you'll leave after you recover? Huamin was surprised. Chapter 3575. I don't want to stay in this city anymore. What's wrong? What happened? Seeing that Zhengro was about to burst into tears, Huamin realized something was wrong. Zhengro didn't speak, but tears rolled down her cheeks. Why are you crying? Huamin, you know I like Suyu, right? Huamin didn't know how to respond to Zhengrou's sudden question. I like Suyu very much. I left his house in a rage because he rejected me. I know. Huamin nodded. I thought we wouldn't meet again, so I gave up. But yesterday, he sent to see me and gave me a basket of flowers and fruits. Then he didn't come himself, but sent in. What do you think he wants? I think he's too embarrassed to see you, Huamin guessed. I've been tortured by him enough. If he doesn't love me, he shouldn't care about me. Who's he trying to show this to? I hate him so much. Calm down, Zhengro. As far as I know, Suyu isn't that kind of person. He heard you were hospitalized and wanted to see you, but he felt embarrassed by what happened between you two. So I don't care. I just want to see him, said Zhengro. Huamin licked his lips, not knowing how to respond. She wasn't Suyu and didn't know what Suyu was thinking. I'm upset because I can't see him. Huamin, is there someone he likes? Zhengro probed again. I'm not sure. I haven't contacted him much recently, but I didn't hear that he has a girlfriend. Then why doesn't he want to see me? I miss him so much. Zhengro picked up a tissue and continued crying. If you really want to see him, you might as well give him a call. I don't want to call him. He won't answer. Huamin, can you call him for me? Me? Yes. He will listen to whatever you say. If you ask him to come, he will definitely come. I'm sorry, Zhengro. I can't do this. I really don't want to get involved in Suyu's relationship. It's not my job. Huamin had done too many things recently, including getting Han Yueyao into the family for Annie Su. If she continued to do these things without a bottom line, Huamin felt that Suyu would be disappointed. Even if they were friends, they couldn't spend money on each other. Therefore, Huamin rejected Zhengrou's request. Then I'd better leave the hospital. Seeing Huamin's reluctance, Zhengro continued to cry. After chatting for a while, Huamin returned to his office. When he got home from work, he found Qin Shu wasn't back yet. Mian, are you hungry? I'll cook some dumplings for you. Eat first. They're made with radish and beef. They're delicious. Qin Shu's mother asked with concern. Mom, I'm not hungry. Is Qin Shu not back yet? Not yet. What about Little Bean and Pudding? They were taken away by Qin Ning. She said she was taking them to eat dessert. Oh. Huamin nodded and went upstairs tiredly. Zhengro was suddenly hospitalized, and now she wanted to see Suyu. Huamin felt strange, but he couldn't tell what was wrong. Zhengro said she liked Suyu very much, but Huamin couldn't sense any love in her eyes. Did Zhengro want something from Suyu? He couldn't figure it out. After a while, the bedroom door was pushed open. Honey, you're back. Huamin immediately sat up and looked at Qin Shu. Chapter 3576. Vice Director Hua, you got off work early. Huamin, why do you have to be so sarcastic? Huamin could tell that Mr. Qin seemed to be angry ever since she went into the human trafficker's den without permission. After coming back, he didn't talk to her much. At night, Qin Shu would only get into bed after she fell asleep. She thought that Mr. Qin was just in a bad mood and would be fine in a few days. But now, it seemed that he was getting angrier. No, aren't you Vice Director Hua? Honey, let's not have a Cold War, okay? Cold War? I wouldn't dare. Our son is in her belly. Mr. Qin, I know I was wrong. Please don't be angry. You didn't do anything wrong. You're my ancestor. How could you be wrong? You're so wise and powerful, nothing can stop you. Tell me, What do I have to do to make you forgive me? Huamin ran down barefoot and hugged Qin Chu's neck coquettishly. Put on your slippers. The floor is cold. Don't. Let's make things clear first. What do you mean? Qin Chu was confused. Aren't you angry? You keep talking to me like vice director. If I don't wear slippers, I'll catch a cold. I'll be fine if I catch a cold. Your son and I will suffer together. Anyway, his father won't care about us. Who said that? Do you even need to say it? If the head of the family, Qin Chu, is angry, the consequences will be serious. Qin Chu didn't say anything. He picked up the pregnant Huamin. Then, he gently placed her on the bed. Then, he squatted down and put on her slippers. His movements were so careful. Huamin's cold feet touched Qin Chu's warm fingertips. She knew very well that in this world, no one would love her more than Qin Chu. This kind of love had long sublimated their love. The two of them had become an inseparable family. To say that it was love was to underestimate the years of entanglement. Honey, I know you're angry. There are a lot of things that you and Yin know, but you don't tell me. Maybe it's because it's too bloody and the truth is too scary. I've always thought that I'm smart and won't be taken advantage of. But if something happens to me, you'll be the one suffering the most. I was too selfish this time. Don't be angry, okay? If you don't like it, I'll resign from President Wu tomorrow. I'll stay at home and give birth to our child. Huamin was very serious. He hugged Qin Chu's shoulder and whispered these words in his ear. Qin Chu loved her deeply, but he also loved her deeply. Huamin was sometimes too willful, which meant that he had too many ideas. Although he had returned safely this time, Qin Chu didn't dare to think about the process. If they were caught by those people, he didn't know what the consequences would be. Those people weren't ordinary kidnappers like Huasi and Shunjiani. Those were the real outlaws. Mian, you'll never know how I feel when I'm worried about you. I know. No, you don't understand. I can't describe it. I only know that if something happens to you, I'll die. I know now. Honey, don't be angry, okay? Look at the poor pregnant woman. Her feet are swollen like pig trotters. Huamin successfully changed the topic and pointed at his feet. Qin Chu lifted her feet and placed them on his knees, massaging them gently. Honey, do you think Zheng Ro really likes Suyu? Huamin suddenly wanted to hear Qin Chu's opinion. Chapter 3577. Why did you ask this all of a sudden? I'm just curious. About what? Qin Chu stood up and sat down beside Huamin. I should be grateful to Zheng Ro for saving my life. But as you said, her appearance was a little coincidental. Even though you found out that the people who paid a lot of money to buy me have nothing to do with Zheng Ro was hospitalized at Southside. Because of my injury, I still feel something is wrong. She's showing that she likes Suyu and wants to get close to Suyu through me. So, what are you curious about? Qin Chu carefully considered Hua Min's words. I have a feeling that Zheng Ro doesn't really want to be with Suyu. She seems to have another purpose, but she's afraid that we'll see through her. So she uses Suyu as a shield. Isn't that a scary thought? Huamin said all this based on her intuition. What you said isn't scary. It's your normal reasoning. That's why I asked you. What would you think if you were her? Huamin always relied on Qin Chu when she couldn't figure it out. She leaned her head gently on Qin Chu's shoulder, her mind in a mess. In fact, from the moment Zheng Ro showed up and moved into Suyu's house, I had a feeling that she had a purpose. Zheng Ro had a heart-to-heart talk with me once. She said her ex-boyfriend had let her down, so she was touched by Suyu's deep affection. That's why she's interested in Suyu. That makes sense. But honey, don't forget, everything Zheng Ro told you was what she wanted to express to you. She didn't tell you her true thoughts. You mean, Zheng Ro hid something from me from the beginning? Suddenly, Huamian realized that Mr. Qin was a lot deeper than she thought. I always felt that Zheng Ro had a purpose. Her appearance, whether it was in Suyu's house or this time to save you, doesn't make sense. Of course, other people might think it's normal, but I feel it's weird. You're indeed my husband. I feel the same, so I don't know what to do now. No matter what, Zheng Ro's real purpose might not be good. Honey, your identity has been exposed, and you're in a dangerous situation. From this moment on, anyone who gets close to you, and even treats you well might have bad intentions. I know. That's why you need to be more careful, Qin Shu reminded her. What should we do about Zheng Ro? Should we investigate her? Zheng Ro's background. Su Yu and I checked, but we didn't find anything, said Qin Shu. That's why I feel it's weird. Yeah, so you must be careful of Zheng Ro. Don't leave your bodyguard alone in the hospital. I feel like I'm the first doctor in history to go to work with a bodyguard every day. It's so pretentious, right? I must have a bad reputation now. People don't like me. Haha, they think I'm too pretentious. I don't lack money, but I have to go to work and need bodyguards to protect me. Huamin covered his face. It's okay. Don't mind what others say. I don't mind. Yeah, I'm glad you don't mind me. Huamin continued to act like a spoiled child. By the way, didn't you get Han Yueyao into Imperial Star last time? Yeah. Is there something going on between her and Su Yu? Chapter 3578. What? Why do you care so much about Su Yu's private life? Can't I ask? Mr. Qin looked innocent. Are you afraid that he'll miss your wife? Huamin smirked and teased Qin Shu. Are you kidding? Who would miss a pregnant woman who's 6 months pregnant? Huh? What do you mean? Even you don't like me? Huamin thought Mr. Qin was cute when he wasn't angry. Plus, when Mr. Qin helped him analyze things he didn't understand, he could see the light. So you didn't go to see Zheng Ro, which made her put on an act in front of Huamin. But Huamin wasn't stupid. Not only did he not believe her, but he also became suspicious. At night, Zheng Ro took out her cell phone and sent a WeChat message to Su Yu. Zheng Ro, come out. Su Yu, what's up? Zheng Ro, why did you ask him to come see me? Su Yu, Zheng Ro, do you hate me that much? You don't even want to see me. After all, I made breakfast for you for so long. Su Yu, so what do you want me to do? Zheng Ro, come see me tomorrow and line up for lotus leaf noodles. Su Yu, Zheng Ro, you're heartless if you don't come. Do you know how I got injured this time? Su Yu, question mark. Zheng Ro, I did it for Huamin. Then, Zheng Ro told him how she had saved Huamin. Su Yu also knew that Huamin was in danger, so he believed Zheng Ro's words. In the end, Zheng Ro said, Su Yu, you like her so much and I saved her this time. I want to eat the lotus leaf noodles you bought. You won't refuse, right? Su Yu, I'll go see you tomorrow. I'm not in a hurry. Zheng Ro, I'll wait for you. If you don't come, I'll go to Imperial Star to find you. After Su Yu turned off his phone, he sighed slightly. He didn't like Zheng Ro at all. They could be considered friends. But now that she was contacting him endlessly, Su Yu was also in a difficult position. And did Zheng Ro say anything when you went to the hospital? She's a little disappointed that you didn't go. Boss is unhappy with you, Shaon replied. Then I'll go there tomorrow. Then aren't you giving her hope? What hope? I plan to bring someone with me. Who? Could it be Dr. Hua? Is there something wrong with your brain? Why would I bring Huamin along? I'll go find Han Yueyao. The next morning, having learned his lesson, Su Yu stopped sending her WeChat messages or calling her. Instead, he went straight to the Imperial Star Entertainment Department. Han Yueyao had just arrived and couldn't start acting so soon, so she had to do some odd jobs. When Su Yu arrived, she was helping a female artist change her clothes. She was working hard. President Su. Hello, President Su. President Su, you're here. The people in the Imperial Star Entertainment Department greeted Su Yu when they saw him. President Su, did you come to see me because I'm doing a photo shoot today? The female artist smiled sweetly. Su Yu glanced at Han Yueyao. Come with me. Me? Han Yueyao looked at herself uncertainly. Don't waste time. Hurry up. With that, Su Yu turned to leave. Under the envious gazes of the others, Han Yueyao followed him out. President Su, what's up? Come with me to South Side. Why? It's business. Don't ask. Su Yu didn't want to say anything. Otherwise, the girl would refuse and his plan would be in vain. Even if it's business, you have to tell me what it is. Otherwise, I won't go. Hey, I say, were you sent by the Jade Emperor to go against me? How dare you refuse everything I say? Do you want to die? How can there be someone like you? You're too weird. Su Yu was annoyed. So, President Su, why are we going to Southside? Han Yao didn't give up and wanted to ask Su Yu's purpose. Chapter 3579. Okay. I'll tell you. Tell me. Han Yao said confidently. She had made up her mind that if Su Yu didn't make it clear, she wouldn't go with him. She didn't want to get involved in his business. I want you to pretend to be the person I like for the woman who's pestering you? Han Yao reacted quickly. Not the woman who's pestering me. It's just she. Forget it. I can't explain it in a few sentences. Han Yao, I'm your benefactor. I should have fired you when you quarreled with Gao Yeruo, but I transferred you to another department. Do you know how many people want to be in the acting department? So, President Su, are you asking for a favor from me? Han Yao continued. Fine, then I'll ask for a favor. You've repaid me anyway. Repaying you? I didn't say I'd marry you. Han Yao's tone was full of disdain. Damn it. Who said you'd marry me? You're just here to save the day. If you want to save the day, why did you ask me when there are so many girls in our company? Han Yao continued to ask. Because you're pretty. You're the prettiest. You're one of the 7 fairies who descended to the mortal world. Okay? So you said this out of spite. Since you're so honest, then I'll reluctantly agree. But I'll make it clear that this is the only time. In the future, we'll have nothing to do with each other. If you dare to take advantage of me, You'll what? So he was exasperated. He was about to vomit blood. I'll tell Sister Mian and ask her to teach you a lesson. You're good at finding people. So he was speechless. You see, I know that other than Sister Mian, no one in the world can teach you a lesson, not even your mother. Okay, don't talk nonsense with me. It's settled. Come to Southside with me tomorrow. Watch your words and act according to my signals. Okay, I got it. I'll get to pick you up. Don't. It'll be bad if those bitches in the dormitory see this. They'll start rumors again. I'm not going to take the blame. Tell me what time tomorrow. I'll take the bus early and wait for you at Southside. Su Yu was surprised that Han Yao was so thoughtful despite her young age. Therefore, he was quite happy and nodded. 8 o'clock tomorrow. 8 o'clock in the morning. Okay then, I'll see you at the entrance of Southside. Just like that, Su Yu and Han Yao settled the matter. Of course, Sung Ro didn't know that yet. Why was she pestering Su Yu? At this moment, she probably couldn't figure it out herself. She had a motive for getting close to Su Yu in the beginning. It was for the mission that the bureau chief had given her. Later on, she realized that she did have feelings for Su Yu that she couldn't let go, especially when he returned to the South District this time. He really wanted to see Su Yu, but Su Yu didn't come at all. He only sent an over. That was why Zhang Ro started to make trouble and wanted to see Su Yu. If the bureau chief asked her about it, she already knew what to say. She would say that Huamin was too cautious and couldn't get anything out of him. Even though she saved his life and he appreciated it, he still wouldn't say a word about Lu Yin and the professor. In fact, it wasn't her fault. Huamin didn't tell anyone about his father and sister, let alone outsiders. She didn't even tell Jiang Xiaowei and Zhu Lingling. It wasn't that she was afraid that her friends would betray her. She was afraid that she would bring disaster to them. After all, she had seen with her own eyes how crazy Ian and Nala were. Huamin had nothing to do that night, so he went to the supermarket with his bodyguards to buy some fresh vegetables for the kids. Little Bean was very picky about food. Except for sweets, she almost never ate vegetables. So, Huamin, as her mother, planned to cook for her. But to his surprise, he met someone he shouldn't have met here. We meet again, Lady Qin. Oh no, I should call you Vice Director Huanao. Chapter 3580. And Huamin knew that Hu Yinyan had come out because she showed up at old Madame Shen's birthday celebration. She didn't plan to hide from anyone. At that time, the media even reported on this incident. After Hu Yinyan came out, she seemed to have been staying in the house that Shen Mingxi used to live in with her. Although Shen Mingxi didn't live there anymore, Yan didn't know where she got the key to the house. Ever since she came out that day, she didn't look for Shen Mingxi. No one knew what she wanted to do, but she showed up at the Shun family's house in such a high-profile manner. She definitely wanted to embarrass the Shun family. Moreover, Hui Yin was under great pressure from public opinion. Seeing how gentle she was, it was hard to send her back to the psychiatric center. Seeing that Hui Yin didn't come with good intentions, the bodyguards immediately followed Huamin closely. Haha, Qinshu really loves you. He even brought 2 bodyguards with him when he went out to buy groceries. That's not bad. I didn't expect you to be able to come out. When Huamin rejected her request, she knew at that time that Hui Yin wouldn't be able to change for the better in this life. It was impossible to clear her name. Therefore, even though she was 6 months pregnant and had compassion, she still didn't soften her heart. She knew that Hui Yin must hate her to death. But in other words, even if she had agreed to let Hui Yin out at that time, Hui Yin wouldn't have cared about her. Hui Yin still wouldn't be grateful to her. Huamian could finally let go of the burden in her heart because she had seen everything clearly. But she didn't expect her to be so arrogant as to block Huamin in the supermarket. Nonsense, of course my husband loves me. Yes, you're the luckiest person in the world. You have a husband and a child. Now that you're pregnant with your second child, you can still make Su Yu miss you so much. Hua Xiqian, the former eldest son of the Hua family, lost his glory because of you. Everyone revolves around you and is fooled by you. Haha, Huamin, you're really capable. Hui Yin will never submit to anyone but you. You obviously don't look. How can you be a vixen? Is it because you're good in bed? Hua Yin's insults didn't anger Huamin at all. She knew Hua Yin hated her, so she deliberately provoked her. Do you think I'll be angry? Do you think you'll make me angry? Hui Yin, don't forget, you're a psychopath and I'm a doctor. So, I'll never lower myself to your level, no matter what you say. Huamin was very calm. After saying this, she lowered her head and continued to pick fresh green peppers. The calmness on her face made Hui Yin's eyes burn with anger. Huamin, you've done so many bad things. You made me and my daughter like this. You caused the deaths of my mother and my brother and my father. If you didn't team up with that scum Hua Xiqian, you wouldn't have died. You destroyed my family. You destroyed everything I had. You're the one who played a good hand. Don't blame me. You know everything. I don't know. I only know that if it wasn't for you, none of this would have happened. Hui Yin was a little agitated. The bodyguards behind her wanted to step forward, but Huamin stopped them. She knew that in front of so many people, Hui Yin wouldn't do anything to her. Huamin was just running her mouth. Hui Yin, let me guess. Who did you secretly contact and let you out? Huamin smiled. Huamin's smile made Hui Yin feel uneasy. She even felt a little scared. She said she wouldn't implicate that person. Chapter 3581. I don't know what you're talking about. You know that someone must have helped you if you were able to leave the mental health center so easily. But if it was your old friend, he wouldn't have waited until now to help you. So, I'm guessing that you must have taken advantage of his psychology. Don't think that you're so smart that you know everything. Hui Yin began to panic. Huamian picked up a piece of green pepper and unhurriedly opened it. Then, the aroma of the green pepper wafted in her nose. She picked up a plastic bag and filled it with 5 or 6 green peppers. She placed them in the shopping cart. Then, she continued calmly. The person you hate the most is Shen Mingxi. You don't want him to be happy, so you came out to seek revenge. But Shen Mingxi's heart is filled with Weiing. With the Wei family's influence, you can't do anything to her. So, you thought of someone who likes Weiing. Upon hearing this, Hui Yin's face revealed a look of panic. I heard that the young master of the Yi family has been pursuing Weiing for a long time. Because of this, he even had an argument with Shen Mingxi. So, Hui Yin, did you have a good time working with young Master Yi? I don't understand what you're talking about. Hui Yin quickly turned her head away. She didn't dare to admit it and felt very guilty. Haha, your micro-expressions betrayed you. I knew you weren't a big shot. I think young Master Yi wants you to separate Shen Mingxi and Weiing. He's not stupid enough to offend me. So, Hui Yin, you don't have anyone to rely on now. So, at this moment, you're standing in front of me and yelling at me. Who gave you the courage to do so? Liang Jingru? After Huo Min's sharp words, the bodyguards beside him couldn't help but laugh. She saw that young madam usually asked questions and was very polite to everyone. But when it came to insulting people, she really didn't care about their feelings. Hui Yinyan's face alternated between green and white. I'm not that stupid. You're all playing with your brains. I'm the only one who's stupid. This time, I'm going to fight with you. Just you wait, Huo Min. Soon, you, Wei Ying, Shen Mingxi, your husband, and your daughter, you'll all taste the consequences of your actions. You've eaten mango, apple, avocado, and passion fruit. You'd better keep it to yourself, and don't appear in front of me. You and I. Then, Huo Mian pushed the shopping cart away. Although Wei Yin was furious, she didn't dare to chase after Huo Mian. She could only curse Huo Mian 1,000 times in her mind. The bodyguard gave her a thumbs up. I learned it from my yin. I can't believe I'm so good at cursing. Ha! Recalling how he had vowed to skin Huo Yin alive, Huo Min found it funny. A young lady shouldn't be polite to people like her. Don't take it seriously. I was just bragging. Huo Min's mood wasn't affected. She pushed the shopping cart to the cashier and went home to cook dinner. The next morning, when Suyu drove to Southside, he saw Han Yueyao waiting for him. She seemed to have dressed up in a dress she had never worn before. But it wasn't the one Lady Su had given her. Instead, it was her own dress. It was light blue with off shoulders. It was very pretty. You're right on time. Suyu walked over and said deliberately, I can only give you 30 minutes. Then I have to go back to work. You're the boss, and I'm an employee. It's none of your business. If I miss work, my pay will be deducted. Suyu, what are you waiting for? Let's go. But I have something to ask you. President Su, if your woman scratches me when we go in, will it be considered a work injury? She asked in all seriousness. Suyu's expression was very interesting. Chapter 3582. What did you say? Suyu found the woman's words unbelievable. I said if it's considered a work injury if she scratches me. Are you kidding me? Suyu rolled his eyes at Han Yueyao. If you say it's not a work injury, I'll go back now. Hey, come back. Seeing Han Yueyao was about to leave, Suyu was anxious. Then tell me if it's a work injury or not. It's a work injury. If she scratches you, I'll get you vaccinated immediately, okay? You'll have to pay for the nutrition and psychological damage. Why don't you just rob me? Suyu was furious. Robbery is against the law. I don't want to go to jail, so I want to negotiate with you, Han Yueyao said seriously. Han Yueyao, let me tell you, Suyu, have more than enough money to crush you. So, I'll give you whatever compensation you want. Okay, I'm relieved to hear that. I realize that you're a woman who loves money. Yeah, who doesn't love money? Money can satisfy everything. So, if I give you enough money, you'll do anything I ask you to do. Suyu glanced at Han Yueyao in disdain. In fact, he didn't know this girl very well. The only time he had a deep contact with her was when he had dinner with Huo Min and Qin Chu. After that, they called each other or sent WeChat messages. Then, he showed up at the trainee's place. When he showed up at the trainee's place, the other trainees attacked Han Yueyao. Whatever you say. Anyway, I'll work hard to make money. To his surprise, Han Yueyao wasn't angry at Suyu's humiliating words. She didn't scold Suyu like a virtuous woman, saying things like, you think you're so great just because you're rich. She was very calm and then took the initiative to walk into the hospital. Which ward is she in? Han Yueyao turned around and asked Suyu. Orthopedics VIP ward. Suyu's face was dark. He was still angry that Han Yueyao had blackmailed him. He even wondered if he should tell Huo Min about his distant relative's character. Then, when we go in later, are we just going to be empty-handed? What else? Suyu tilted his head. Don't you have to bring something when you visit a patient? I sent someone to buy it yesterday. Suyu said. Yesterday was yesterday. Today is today. I think you should give him a red packet. The patient will be happy to receive the red packet and recover soon. Red packet? She won't care. She doesn't love money as much as you do. She's very rich. Suyu emphasized. He was like a child who wanted to take revenge on Han Yueyao. But he ignored the sadness that flashed across her eyes. She didn't have money. She really didn't have money. She lived in a commoner family, so she had to work hard to earn money and take her parents on a trip. It's okay if you don't want to give me a red packet. I don't understand the world of rich people like you. Seeing Suyu didn't care about the red packet, Han Yueyao stopped pestering him. They walked to the door of the ward one after another. When Han Yueyao was about to knock on the door, Suyu strode over and put his arm around her shoulders. Don't worry. I'm not taking advantage of you. I told you it was an act. I'll make it up to you when I come out. Before Han Yueyao could respond, Suyu knocked on the door and pushed it open to walk in. You finally came to see me. Zheng Ro was thrilled to see Suyu walk in. She was about to sit up in excitement when she saw Suyu holding a girl in his arms. Her face fell immediately. Chapter 3583. Whoa, Lord Su has a new girlfriend? Zheng Ro asked sarcastically. What do you mean by new? We've never had such a relationship before. That's right. Hee hee. I would have forgotten if you didn't mention it. We were just acting before. What about this? How long will she act with you? Is she doing this for your mother to cheer her up? Or for Huamin to make her feel better? She'll think you're happy, and she'll give birth to the baby. It's none of Huamin's business. I chose her myself. What do you think? Isn't she pretty? Recently, I've been liking girls who can dance. Yao graduated from a dance academy and is playing in my company. We hit it off. So you try to make his smile more natural. Really? Zheng Ro looked at Han Yueyao. She tried to find something in her eyes, but all she saw was the girl's shy smile in Suyu's arms. It was so dazzling. Lord Su has a unique taste. It's good that she can dance. She can do any position. I'm sure you'll like her. Zheng Ro's jealousy turned her vicious, and her words embarrassed Han Yueyao. She didn't have much experience in dancing, but understood what Zheng Ro meant. Suyu was calm. Holding Han Yueyao tightly, he lowered his head and said with a smile, That's right. I think so too. You're so smart. You hit the nail on the head. Zheng Ro couldn't keep her face straight anymore. Does Huamin know you have a girlfriend? I don't think she told me. Huamin knows. Don't you? Yao is Huamin's distant cousin. She introduced her to me. To make Zheng Ro believe he had a girlfriend, Suyu dragged Huamin down with him. He just wanted Zheng Ro to give up. So it's like this. Haha, you two are really good friends. How's your leg? I won't die. Zheng Ro was full of hostility. She looked at Zheng Ro and then at Suyu, feeling the atmosphere between them was weird. How long will you be staying? I don't know. I'll leave when I feel better. Don't worry. I won't stay here on purpose. I won't pretend to be sick to get close to you. That's not what I meant. You misunderstood. Rest well. What do you want to eat? I'll ask Xiaoan to buy it for you and send it to the hospital. Suyu said, No need. Lord Su is too busy to care about me. Now that he has a girlfriend, I'm nothing to him. So, you don't have to make it sound so nice. Didn't you bring your woman here to show off your love and make me give up? Zheng Ro looked at Suyu with resentment. Suyu felt awkward and didn't know what to say. He was a man and didn't want to argue with Zheng Ro. At this moment, Han Yueyao opened her mouth. Since you know it, why do you give him a hard time? Who do you think you are when we're talking? Zheng Ro retorted angrily. Of course I'm your girlfriend. Han Yueyao answered matter-of-factly. Hee. In today's society, the word girlfriend has many meanings. Even a prostitute is called a girlfriend. Zheng Ro mocked. Suyu was frightened, thinking Han Yueyao was going to explode. To his surprise, the girl smiled and leaned her head on Suyu's shoulder. It's an honor to be a prostitute. Someone isn't even a prostitute. Zheng Ro was driven mad by his words. Chapter 3584. You're not here to visit a patient. If I had heart disease, I'd be furious. Zheng Ro roared furiously. Girl, how can you do that? You've mocked Suyu for a long time, and you're mad because we only retorted a few sentences. Do you think only you can commit murder and arson, but we can't light a lamp behind your back? Your double standards are disgusting. right? Han Yueyao was a quiet girl, but her words were full of vigor. Zhengro almost went crazy, but Han Yueyao didn't say anything too outrageous. So you can leave now. I don't feel well and want to sleep. Okay, go to bed early. So you could tell that she was about to die of anger, so he was quite pleased. Then he led her out of the ward. The moment they walked out of the door, banging sounds came from the room. It seemed Zhengro smashed things because she was furious. She's really bad-tempered, Han Yueyao exclaimed. She used to be more bad-tempered than this. Now she can't walk because of her injury, or she'd strangle me. Who would like such a bad-tempered woman? No, she's a nice person, but she's bad-tempered, Suyu explained. Are you two friends? Sort of. She knows Sister Mian? Yeah. It's so complicated. Okay, I've done what you asked me to do. I should go back now. Before Suyu could say anything, he saw Hua Mian and a group of nurses coming in for a ward round. They bumped into each other and saw Hua Mian. Suyu's eyes immediately softened. Han Yueyao observed Suyu and found she had never seen such an expression in his eyes before. Dr. Hua. Suyu greeted him jokingly. Whoa, President Su, what a coincidence. Huamin teased him. Sister Mian. Yeah, you're here too. Are you here to see Zhengro? Huamin asked. Suyu nodded. You brought Yaya to see Zhengro? Huamin was smart enough to see through Suyu's intentions. I just wanted her to give up, Suyu explained awkwardly. This method is quite old-fashioned, but it should be useful. Huamin smiled. How big is your belly? Why didn't the hospital give you maternity leave? Suyu looked at Huamin, who had become a little clumsy. Her face also seemed to be rounder than before. After all, she was 6 months pregnant, so she definitely did not look as beautiful as before. However, in Suyu's eyes, Huamin was still the most beautiful girl. President Wu told me to take a rest, but I can't stay at home. Little Bean and putting her in school, and Mr. Qin is busy with the company. I'm bored at home. Then you can have tea with Jiang Xiaowei and Zhu Lingling and chat with them. That's a good idea. But they can't have tea with me every day. They have other things to do. Okay, take care of yourself. I'll go back to the company in a while. Okay, let's have dinner together another day. Little Bean and Pudding miss you. No problem. Another day. After greeting Hua Mian and exchanging a few words, Suyu walked out with Han Yueyao. She opened the door and got into Suyu's car. She wanted to go back to the company with him. Suyu got into the car, but didn't drive away. Instead, he took out his wallet and asked Han Yueyao, how much do you want? How much do you want? Suyu asked her. What do you mean? Han Yueyao was puzzled. Didn't you say you want a reward? I said if I got scratched, I'd have to pay for it. I'm fine now, right? Didn't you help me scold Zhengro? Damn it, you want to pay for that? Han Yueyao was surprised. 2,000 yuan. I'll give you 2,000 yuan. So you checked 2,000 yuan and handed it to her. Chapter 3585. Han Yueyao didn't argue or reject it. She took the money silently. Then she pouted and said, call me the next time you need to fight with someone. Are you addicted to it? So you didn't know whether to laugh or cry. No, I just think it's a way to make money. Han Yueyao said solemnly. Then do you want to open a company to fight with people? You could take orders and fight with people. Good idea. Han Yueyao nodded. Hearing her words, Suyu glanced at her in disdain. With your body, I think you can last 3 days at most before you're beaten to death, Han Yueyao. Not everything is easy to make. You're so young. Don't be so greedy. It's easy for you to say that. You've never been poor, so of course you don't feel this way. Besides, have you noticed that people nowadays always say, hey, don't care about money. Money isn't everything. Money can't buy everything. These people are usually rich. If I'm serious, I won't live to 18 years old. So your point of view is really upsetting. No, I'm making a bowl of poisonous chicken soup for you to keep you awake at all times. She's a kid after all. There's a generation gap between her and you. In the end, Suyu didn't want to talk anymore and drove Han Yueyao to the company. To avoid suspicion, Han Yueyao got off the car one stop ahead of him and walked to the company. Suyu thought she was a good girl. At least she didn't like to cause trouble, create hype, or create topics. But was such an honest person suitable to be an actress? If an actress didn't create hype, create trouble, pose, or act pretentiously, it would be hard for her to become famous. Suyu shook his head and didn't say more. When Han Yueyao returned to the performance department, she still had to do some odd jobs. Although this department was good and had many opportunities, most of the employees were experienced. Han Yueyao wasn't an acting major and didn't have much experience or acting skills. So, she was willing to start from scratch. Han Yueyao, take this prop to dressing room number 8. Han Yueyao, take all the trash out and throw them downstairs. Don't take them. Han Yueyao, take these costumes to the laundry room and ask someone to wash them. They must be dried tonight so they can be used tomorrow. Just like that, Han Yueyao busied herself with work. Most of the time, he ran errands for others. Hey, didn't I hear about Gao Fei? I thought you'd be awesome after entering the acting department and could reveal the truth. Turns out you're just a handyman. The girls behind Gao Yo laughed gloatingly. It's good to do odd jobs. It's better than fighting with some people. Han Yueyao smiled faintly. Then you don't even have the qualifications to argue with me now. You can continue to be a small worker here. When I become famous, you will still be a handyman. After saying that, Gao Yeruo walked away arrogantly. She didn't forget to mock in a low voice. I thought the person recommended by Huamin would be great, but it seems the rumors are false. President Su doesn't like that female doctor that much. He didn't even give her face, haha. Yeah, I think Han Yueyao looks like a handyman. She'll never be successful. The girls had to step on Han Yueyao to curry favor with Gao Yeruo in order to suck up to her. But Han Yueyao didn't care. In the afternoon, Han Yueyao was busy running errands when she received a call from Su Xiao. Come pick me up at Earl's bar. I drank a bit too much and my stomach is upset. Okay, I'll go now. After the call, Han Yueyao immediately went to find the manager. Something happened to my friend. I want to go out and do something. I want to take a short leave. No, my friend really has something to do. No, I don't have time. Don't you see how busy our crew is? Go do your work and come over to help set up later. Seeing that her boss didn't approve, Han Yueyao gritted her teeth and ran out when no one was looking. Huh, isn't that Han Yueyao? Why is she sneaking out? Gao Yeruo and the other girls who were drinking coffee saw Han Yueyao running out in a hurry. Chapter 3586. Yeah, she's sneaky. She's up to no good. The other chimed in. Tong, follow her. Gao Yeruo didn't want to be trampled on. So, she wanted to find dirt on Han Yueyao. But she didn't expect to find dirt on Su Xiao this time. Okay, I'll follow her. As Gao Yeruo's lackey, she was satisfied as long as she could get some attention from Gao Yeruo. So, this girl was picking on the weak ones. After all, Han Yueyao looked easier to bully. Han Yueyao left in a hurry and didn't notice that someone was following her. She hailed a cab and went to the Earl bar. Luckily, it wasn't far. It only took 35 minutes. When she entered the bar, she saw Su Xiao, who was drunk. Since it was afternoon, there weren't many customers in the bar. Su Xiao stood out. She was wearing a denim jacket and skinny black pants. She wore white Converse sneakers and was dressed like a young girl. Unfortunately, she had heavy makeup on her face, and her fake eyelashes could stab people to death. Xiao, don't run. Drink. The men at the table next to her looked like punks. One of them was pouring alcohol into Su Xiao's mouth. Han Yueyao ran over and pushed the man away. Xiao, are you okay? Huh? You're here. Su Xiao smirked at Han Yueyao, smelling of alcohol. Let's go back to the dorm. Hey, Xiao, is this girl your friend? She's very pretty. The men stared at Han Yueyao suspiciously with narrowed eyes. Yeah, she's my friend. I only have one friend. Ha! Su Xiao said something drunkenly. Han Yueyao was angry. She covered Su Xiao's mouth with her hand and walked out with her. Why are you leaving? She's not done yet. What a bummer. A long-haired man blocked Han Yueyao's way. She's so drunk, and you still won't let her go. Do you have any humanity? Han Yueyao scolded angrily. Whoa, what? You're a friend. Drink for her. You can't leave until you're done. What kind of friend are you? Are you kidding me? Han Yueyao asked with her big round eyes. What's wrong with cheating our fathers? We even cheat our mothers. The man looked like a hooligan. I don't have a son as big as you. Hearing her words, the men at the table burst into laughter. Big brother Lin, listen to her. Su Xiao is a weirdo, but her friend is even weirder. Someone said to the man in the middle who had been silent and smoking. Han Yueyao didn't pay much attention to him because his head was lowered and she couldn't see his face clearly. What are you talking about? Hurry up and drink. If you can't finish it, then scram. Let Xiao continue drinking with us here. The long-haired guy seemed arrogant. Han Yueyao knew Su Xiao had been hanging out with people who didn't have proper jobs. It was unrealistic to call the police. After all, he was Su Xiao's friend. So, she helped Su Xiao sit down and picked up the glass of wine that Su Xiao hadn't drunk yet. That was a full cup. Can we leave after I finish it? Han Yueyao asked. Girl, this is wine, not beer. Don't lie down after drinking it. If you drink to death, we'll pay with our lives. Hearing the long-haired guy's words, the men roared with laughter. It's my business if I drink to death. But if I drink at all, you're not allowed to fart. You're not allowed to drink with Su Xiao again. Whoever breaks his promise is a coward. Han Yueyao's words intimidated the hooligans. At this moment, the man sitting in the middle who had been silent all this time slowly raised his head. Chapter 3587. Big brother Lin, listen to her. She's so good at bragging. Let her drink. She'll leave when she's done, the man said slowly. At this moment, Han Yueyao walked up to them to save time. She picked up a full glass of wine from the table. It was pure wine without any other drinks. Under the gazes of the men, she downed it in one gulp. Good? Girl, you're good at drinking. I admire you. Long Hair watched in astonishment as Han Yueyao downed a glass of wine in 3 seconds. Han Yueyao glared at them but didn't say anything. Instead, she helped Han Yueyao walk out. Then they got into a taxi and went back to the dorm. I want more. Give me. Su Xiao was obviously completely drunk and confused. She didn't know what was going on at all. Han Yueyao was so angry that she didn't say anything. She just helped her back to her room. Drink some water. Han Yueyao picked up a bottle of water and gave it to Su Xiao. Then she boiled some water and planned to let her take a hot bath. But at this moment, someone knocked on the door. It was urgent. Who is it? Open the door, a stern voice said. Han Yueyao opened the door curiously, and her heart sank. Director, look, I didn't lie to you, did I? Han Yueyao is so busy in the performance department, but she still skipped work and went out to drink with Su Xiao. How can a girl like her be an actress? People will find out about her. Tong, the girl with Gao Yeruo, followed Han Yueyao. Then she took many photos with her phone and went to the director of the HR department to tell on her. Sun Feifei, the director of the HR department, was a new employee. She was known for her incorruptibility. It was said that Su Yu trusted her a lot. What happened this time wasn't a trivial matter. For Imperial Star, it was enough to remove them from the list of Imperial Star Entertainment. What are you doing in the dorm? Sun Feifei looked at Han Yueyao coldly. Director, she can't explain. She's lazy and doesn't want to work. Why did she go out to drink? Smell her. She reeks of alcohol. Gao Yeruo added fuel to the fire. Han Yueyao glared at Gao Yeruo, but didn't say anything. Sun Feifei pushed the door open and walked in. Then she glanced at Su Xiao, who was drunk like a cat. You two, how dare you? No trainees have dared to do this in the company for so many years. Sun Feifei said sharply. Director, I'm not a trainee, she mumbled. Shut up. Even if you're not a trainee, you're still an employee of Imperial Star. President Su is so nice to you. He didn't care about what happened last time and let you enter the performance department. You didn't cherish the opportunity. Not only did you slack off, you even went out drinking with Su Xiao. Do you want to go to heaven? Director, it's not what you think. So what? Explain yourself, and I'll listen. Don't say that I've wronged you. Han Yueyao only said the word, I, and couldn't say anything else. She couldn't say that Su Xiaoxiao was drunk and she wouldn't pick her up. After all, it would be like betraying a friend in order to absolve herself. Say it. Why don't you say it? Sun Feifei stared at her face. Director, we did go out to drink. Han Yueyao decided to admit it. Good. From this moment on, you're no longer employees of Imperial Star. Pack up and leave. I don't want to see you again. Wow, he's fired. The female trainees were all gloating over his misfortune. At this moment, the drunk Su Xiaoxiao stood up unsteadily. Who the fuck wants to fire me? Chapter 3588. Hearing Su Xiaoxiao's words, Han Yueyao was shocked. She cursed at the director with such an attitude. She was courting death. Xiaoxiao, director's son, is here. Han Yueyao reminded her in a friendly way. I don't care who your director is. No one has the right to fire me. Who do you think you are? Su Xiaoxiao seemed to sober up a little. Then she pointed at the group of onlookers at the door and scolded them. Su Xiaoxiao, I've tolerated you for a long time. The previous director tolerated you and didn't care about you, but I won't spoil you. As a trainee, you've been here for almost half a year and have skipped classes all day long. This time, you even took your roommates out to drink. What's wrong with you? Sun Feifei scolded. I'm happy. It's none of your business. Did I spend your money to drink? You're unreasonable. Anyway, I'm the director of the HR department and have the right to fire you too. Please leave Imperial Star's dormitory immediately. Su Xiaofei almost roared the words, ridiculous. If you want to fire me, ask Su Yu to do it. Otherwise, no one can do it. You're so arrogant. Do you know how busy President Su is? He doesn't need to do anything to fire small fries like you. Sun Feifei seemed to be at odds with Su Xiaoxiao. Director, we were wrong, but there's a reason for it. Xiaoxiao isn't someone who doesn't work hard. She's been working hard to get roles for herself. She wants to act. Please give us a chance, okay? Han Yueyao didn't want to be kicked out, so she tried to say something nice to ease the tense atmosphere. But her words didn't work. Stop it. It's too late to say anything now. Obviously, Sun Feifei was infuriated by Su Xiaoxiao and didn't listen to Han Yueyao's explanation. The girls beside them were still fanning the flames. Wow. They're so rude. How dare they talk to our director like that? Yeah, they don't know who they are. After doing such a thing, they're so self-righteous. What a weirdo. Su Xiaoxiao and Sun Feifei confronted each other, and the atmosphere was tense. Don't speak too soon. You'll be slapped in the face. It'll hurt. Su Xiaoxiao looked at Sun Feifei provocatively. Is that so? In that case, I shall wait and see how you'll slap my face. After Sun Feifei said this, Su Xiaoxiao gritted her teeth as if she had made up her mind. She picked up her phone and dialed a number. President Su, come to my dorm. Something happened here. After that, Su Xiaoxiao hung up. Haha, who do you think you are? Do you think Boss Su will talk to you if you call him? The girl named Xiao Tong laughed sarcastically. Fuck you. Shut up. This is my dorm. I don't want to hear your barking. Scram. Su Xiaoxiao was really good at scolding people, and she scolded everything. Director, look at her. How can someone like her be an artist? Xiao Tong immediately stood behind Sun Feifei and criticized her. You really have no manners. Sun Feifei didn't like Su Xiaoxiao either. She was like a delinquent girl. Xiaoxiao, forget it. Why don't we just leave? If President Su comes, we'll be even more embarrassed. She had a feeling that Su Yu would scold her to death when he came, so she might as well leave. Leave? I'll see if Su Yu dares to fire me when he comes. Su Xiaoxiao kept calling him Su Yu, which surprised everyone. At this moment, a voice came from the door. What are you arguing about? President Su? President Su, you're just in time. Please help us. Sun Feifei immediately went up to Su Yu and complained. Chapter 3589. Sun Feifei rushed to tell him what happened between Su Xiaoxiao and Han Yueyao. To prove it, the girl named Xiao Tong took out the photos she had taken secretly. How did you get these photos? Su Yu asked the girl. President Su, I saw Han Yueyao sneaking out of the company and knew something was wrong. So I followed her. So, uh, also skipped school? Xiao Tong. She was surprised that Su Yu had such a trick up his sleeve. President Su, these two are the most serious cases. You must deal with them seriously. Otherwise, the newcomers in the company won't follow the rules. If we don't follow the rules, we won't be able to manage them. Sun Feifei said a lot of things because she wanted Su Yu to agree with her way of dealing with it. At this moment, Su Yu didn't speak immediately. Instead, he turned his head and looked at Su Xiaoxiao with a meaningful look. President Su, no matter what, you can't fire me, Su Xiaoxiao said. Come with me. With a slight frown, Su Yu called Su Xiaoxiao out. Han Yueyao was left in the room. Why are you still standing here? Pack up your things and get out of here. Gao Yeruo looked at Han Yueyao with contempt. President Su hasn't made the final decision yet, right? You won't give up until you see the coffin. Don't you think you'll look worse if President Su says it himself? I won't, Han Yueyao said matter-of-factly. Director Sun, look, what does she and Su Xiaoxiao think of this place as? A kindergarten? Sun Feifei glanced at Han Yueyao and said coldly, don't waste your breath on her. President Su will make the decision when he comes back. Everyone thought Su Yu would fire the two girls for serious violations of the rules like Sun Feifei. But to their surprise, 5 minutes later, after Su Yu and Su Xiaoxiao came back, Su Yu only said, I've taught Su Xiaoxiao a lesson. She'll go to school on time. I'll forget about this incident. President Su. Sun Feifei stared at Su Yu in disbelief, thinking that she must have heard wrong. President Su, you're being unfair. They're already in this state, and you're telling them to let it go? Gao Yeruo wasn't convinced either. She had always been afraid of Su Xiaoxiao. Because Su Xiaoxiao was more elegant and recognizable than her, many talent scouts tried to win her over when she first arrived. She was afraid that she would be outdone. Later, when Su Xiaoxiao skipped class and went out to play, she was secretly happy. When Han Yueyao appeared, she started to feel uneasy again. With great difficulty, he thought that he could get rid of two opponents at once with this opportunity. However, he didn't expect that Su Yu could actually say, forget it. If it was anyone else, who would be convinced? How dare you question me? Su Yu glanced at Gao Yeruo coldly. President Su, I'm not questioning you. I just think that you're too careless. No one is happy with you. If you don't like it, you can leave. Su Yu said impatiently. Gao Yeruo was shocked. Sun Feifei was also shocked. Director Sun, does your face hurt? Su Xiaoxiao asked Sun Feifei with a smile. At this moment, she was mostly sober. Sun Feifei's face turned pale in anger. Calm down. Don't talk too much. Focus on your class. I know. Su Xiaoxiao stuck out her tongue at Su Yu. Su Yu glanced at Han Yueyao. And you, if I find you breaking the rules again, you'll be fired. Thank you, President Su. Han Yueyao knew that Su Yu was too partial to them this time. Sun Feifei was obviously not convinced, but no one dared to refute Su Yu's words. The onlookers let it go. After everyone left, they closed the door. Han Yueyao looked at Su Xiaoxiao and asked, Xiaoxiao, what's your relationship with Su Yu? Chapter 3590. Su Xiaoxiao looked at Han Yueyao's face and didn't speak. She just smiled. What are you smiling at? Tell me, what's your relationship with Su Yu? Han Yueyao wasn't stupid. She knew there must be a reason why Su Yu protected them in front of Sun Feifei. But she didn't think it was because of her that Su Yu let them off the hook. So, it must be the result of the private negotiation between Su Yu and Su Xiaoxiao. The truth is, I'm Su Yu's mistress. Su Xiaoxiao said with a cheeky smile, making Han Yueyao want to punch her. Can you be more serious? I'm serious. I'm really his mistress. Impossible. Don't lie to me. Why is it impossible? Su Yu hasn't had a girlfriend for years. Men need to satisfy their sexual needs. So, why can't he have a mistress? Xiaohu, it's me. Su Yu likes Dr. Hua, and he's always had Dr. Hua in his heart. He even rejected blind dates, let alone a mistress. I'm not an idiot, and I won't fall for your trap. But your surname is Su, and Su Yu's surname is Su. Are you guys? What? Su Xiaoxiao looked at Han Yueyao curiously, wondering what this woman would think. Are you Su Yu's illegitimate daughter with another woman? Han Yueyao pointed at Su Xiaoxiao, pretending to be surprised. Ha! Damn it. Su Yu is only in his early 30s, and I'm 20. Damn it. Su Yu was only 10 years old 20 years ago. Have you ever seen a 10-year-old give birth to a child? He didn't even have a penis. Han Yueyao, okay, I'm not going to talk nonsense with you. Anyway, if you're my friend, then don't ask me about it. Okay, I promise you that Sun Feifei won't dare to cause trouble for us anymore. As for that Gao Yeruo, damn it, I'm going to teach her a lesson tomorrow. I promise Su Yu that I'll go to class every day. I'm going to torture her every day. Su Xiaoxiao didn't like Gao Yeruo before, but because Gao Yeruo always skipped classes, they didn't interact much. This time, Gao Yeruo's people followed them and took pictures of them. Then, they went to complain about them, which angered Su Xiaoxiao. She seemed to have made up her mind to teach Gao Yeruo a lesson. Forget it. The less trouble, the better. Why bother? She didn't think it was necessary to argue with those boring women. They weren't the same type of people to begin with. If they couldn't be friends, then they wouldn't be friends. By the way, Xiao, don't drink with those people anymore. I brought you home today. What if you don't have me? What if those men take advantage of you? You'll be at a disadvantage. You have to be careful. No, they won't take advantage of me. Su Xiaoxiao seemed to be sure that she would be fine. Sis, how can you believe in a bunch of hooligans? No, he's not a hooligan. He's the best man in the world. Su Xiaoxiao's eyes were sad when she spoke of him. For some reason, Han Yueyao thought of the man named Lin who sat in the middle of the room and didn't talk much. It seemed that he meant a lot to Su Xiaoxiao. In any case, the two of us got through safely this time. Don't be too reckless in the future. Han Yueyao, thank you for today. I almost got you fired. It's okay. You got in through the back door and managed to control the situation. Han Yueyao smiled. Do you have someone you like? Leaning against the headboard, Su Xiaoxiao lit a cigarette and asked Han Yueyao. Chapter 3591. No. Okay. You're a good girl who hasn't been hurt by love. How can I be a good girl just because I haven't been hurt by love? You'll know in the future. If you listen to me, remember, never fall in love with a man. That's not realistic. I'll get married one day. No, getting married and loving someone deeply are two different things. The person you marry in the future may not be the one you love deeply, and the person you love may not marry you either. Sis, you're only 20 years old. Don't give me a bowl of chicken soup so easily. You're not the host of a love talk. I'm telling the truth. This is my advice to you. Don't fall in love, or you'll be the one in pain. Su Xiaoxiao warned Han Yueyao seriously. Han Yueyao took it as a joke and didn't take it seriously. After a long time, when she thought of it again, she knew Su Xiaoxiao was right. Don't fall in love with a person easily, especially when that person doesn't love you back. That kind of feeling was really pain that made you want to die. When Su Yu returned from dealing with Su Xiaoxiao and had bought the food for Su Yu, it was a pile of spicy duck food. Duck collarbone, duck neck, duck feet, and duck intestines. Su Yu opened the fridge and took out 2 cans of cold beer. Come on, drink with me. Su Yu waved his hand. What? President Su, why are you in the mood today? Is it because you saw Ms. Zhang Ro? Damn it. Don't mention that woman to me. Su Yu waved his hand. When he came back, Zhang Ro scolded him on WeChat. She said he deliberately brought a woman to show off. She said he wasn't a man and was narcissistic. He could understand why Zhang Ro was angry, but he couldn't retort. He felt aggrieved to be scolded all the time. What's the matter? Why are you so happy? I was puzzled. Can't I drink if there's nothing? I'm bored. I'll drink to find the mood. Can't I? Su Yu rolled his eyes. Of course, you're the boss. You're the boss. After saying that, Xiaoan sat opposite Su Yu. The two of them began to eat spicy duck with beer in hand. You seem to be in a better mood recently. Is your period gone? Su Yu glanced at Xiao and Uncle. Xiaoan didn't understand at first. Girls have their period once a month. Mine has her period once a month. When she's in a bad mood, she's willful, Su Yu said with a smile. President Su, you're so mean to me. You don't have any friends. I was speechless. I'm not your friend. I'm your boss. TSK. What kind of hero is he to rely on his side to win? Haven't you been talking about your goddess Lu Yin lately? Su Yu teased him. A few days after Lu Yin left, and was like a madman who couldn't eat or sleep well. She also bought a lot of delicious food for Huamin and asked him to send it to Lu Yan. He was so stupid. Su Yu didn't know Lu Yan's true identity, but a woman like Lu Yin was destined to be someone a man like and couldn't control. Not to mention it, even Su Yu might not be able to control Lu Yin. She wasn't a little girl. She was a little demon. President Su, let's not talk about this. Let's change the topic. Dr. Hua's birthday this year. Have you thought a good gift? And successfully change the topic. As long as it had something to do with Huamin, Su Yu would treat it as the most important thing. Sure enough, upon hearing An's words, Su Yu looked troubled. Yeah, what should I give her this year? Mian doesn't seem to lack anything. Su Yu was in a dilemma. I have an idea. An offer with a chuckle. What idea? Su Yu looked at him suspiciously. Chapter 3592. How about a scalpel? A scalpel? Su Yu couldn't believe it. What the hell was that? Yeah, isn't a scalpel the most sacred thing for doctors? Dr. Hua must like it very much. How much is it worth? Su Yu rolled his eyes at him, amused. You can make a set of scalpels made of pure gold. Of course, if gold can't express your feelings, you can add a diamond ring to the hilt. Su Yu was speechless. Damn it. Only you can come up with such an exaggerated idea, Su Yu complained. But exaggeration has always been your style, President Su. And looked at Su Yu innocently. He didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Forget it. I'd rather not give her anything. I'll be slandered by those people. Su Yu could imagine that scene. Jiang Xiaowei, Zhu Lingling, and the others looked at him with disdain. Okay. Do as you see fit. If it doesn't work, you can order a cake as a token of appreciation, said An. But according to Su Yu's style, even if he ordered a cake, he would order a 9-story demon pagoda cake. We still have a few days. Let's talk about it later. Troubled, Su Yu drank his wine and didn't mention it again. South side, Zheng Ro threw a tantrum because Su Yu brought a woman to the hospital. She even sounded awkward when she talked to Huamin. Zheng Ro, how are you feeling today? Huamin did his routine ward rounds. I'll be discharged soon and won't come back. Zheng Ro's expression didn't look right. Huamin was puzzled. What's the matter? You can all leave. I have something to say to Dr. Hua alone, Zheng Ro said with a straight face. The nurses who followed Huamin on his ward rounds all left the room. Then, Zheng Ro looked at Huamin with deep dissatisfaction. Su Yu has a girlfriend? You already knew about this? Huamin didn't answer. He was thinking about the morning when he saw Han Yueyao. She knew about the relationship between Han Yueyao and Su Yu. They were basically boyfriend and girlfriend. To put it bluntly, the two of them had not fallen in love yet. What? Are you feeling guilty and not saying anything? Huamin, I've always treated you as my friend. I think so too, Huamin said calmly. Then, why didn't you tell me that something so big happened to Su Yu? I didn't know that they would develop so quickly, and to be honest, I don't really care about Su Yu's personal affairs. You know my situation. I don't understand. You're friends. If you know but don't tell me, then you're lying to me. Zheng Ro insisted that Huamin didn't tell her on purpose. It'd be better if Su Yu told you in person so that people wouldn't gossip. Su Yu is a bastard. He said he couldn't forget you and didn't want to find another woman. It turns out he was lying. He even hooked up with a girl from the dance academy. It's disgusting. Zheng Ro, Su Yu is a normal man. This kind of thing is normal. Then why did he choose that woman and not me? Is it because I'm not as pretty as that woman? But you're not pretty either. Why does he like you? Like a jealous child. Zheng Ro compared Huamin to Su Yu. Huamin was speechless. Huamin, I like Su Yu too. I really like him. Can you help me? Chapter 3593. Sorry, I can't. Huamin refused without hesitation. From this moment on, she had made up her mind. No matter who it was in the future, even if it was Su Yu's mother, she wouldn't help anyone. It was because of Su Yu. Huamin felt that she had meddled enough. Su Yu was an adult, not a child. He knew who he liked and who he wanted to be with. He didn't need anyone to interfere. Huamin suddenly felt disgusted by what she had done. She knew that Su Yu was in a difficult position, but she still did it. So, she felt guilty. But I saved you. Huamin, aren't you the kindest person? You know how to repay kindness. Shouldn't you repay me? Zheng Ro was so upset that she even brought up the fact that she had saved Huamin before to ask for a favor. Huamin didn't expect this at all. She was slightly surprised. Then, she smiled and said calmly, Zheng Ro, I'm very grateful that you saved me. I'll always remember this. You can tell me what you want, but the premise is that I can do it. It doesn't violate my conscience and morals. Whether Su Yu likes you or not is his business. It's not within my scope of help. I'm sad to hear that. Then, I'm sorry. I have a meeting. Have a good rest. Huamin and Zheng Ro didn't have a good chat. Then, Huamin turned around and left the room. Half an hour later, Chen Jie knocked on the door and entered the office. Sister Mian, Zheng Ro wants to be discharged from the hospital. Whatever. If she wants to pay, let her pay. If she wants to leave, let her leave. Sister Mian, her leg hasn't recovered yet. Didn't you say that she'd have to stay for at least half a month? She can decide for herself. I'm a little tired and can't care so much. Huamin's perverted mind was a little strange today. She seemed to have realized something. In the past few years, she had been taking advantage of Su Yu's love for her. Introduce women to him, even if it was difficult for him and he didn't like it. But she still stubbornly did it. Every time, Su Yu would show up for her sake. Because of this, Huamin blamed himself even more. Sister Mian, are you in a bad mood? Chen Jie looked at her and lowered her head. Huamin was rarely so dejected. Little Jie, do you think I've gone stupid from the pregnancy? Am I meddling too much? No, you've always been the same. You've always been the same since I met you. You've always been the same. But I feel that my actions have hurt my friend. Huamin lowered his head, the pen in his hand motionless. She really couldn't write a single word. Sister Mian, are you tired? If you're tired, take a rest. Chen Jie saw that her emotions were fluctuating, so she tried to persuade her. I'm fine. You can go back to work. That day, when Huamin got off work, he learned that Zheng Ro didn't get discharged. However, she contacted President Wu and asked for a new doctor to treat her. Huamin didn't need him anymore. Huamin knew that she was angry. But he couldn't betray Su Yu again just because she was angry, right? When he got off work, Huamin walked out and was about to get into the car. Just then, she heard the honk behind her. She looked up and saw Qin Shu's car behind the nanny van. Mr. Qin drove an orange-yellow Ferrari today. He almost never drove such a high-profile car. Hey, beauty with a big belly, if you don't mind, I can give you a ride, Qin Shu joked. Handsome, can you give me a ride for the rest of my life? Huamin teased Qin Shu. Chapter 3594. You're so greedy, a lifetime, what? Do you think it's too long? Huamin pouted. No, a lifetime is not enough. We want 2 lifetimes, 3 lifetimes. Okay, Mr. Qin, don't make mushy confessions here and block traffic. So, Mrs. Qin, let's go home for dinner. Huamin happily opened the car door and got into the car. When the two of them reached home, everyone was already waiting for them. Mommy, you're back. Thank you for your hard work today. Love you. Little Bean ran over and whined. Pudding thoughtfully took her mother's bag and brought her a pair of slippers. Huamin suddenly felt comforted and warm. Indeed, home was a warm harbor. Mian, you're back. Let's eat. Her in-laws were busy in the kitchen. Mommy, Grandpa, and Grandma went out to sea today. Little Bean couldn't help but tell. Wow, that's cool. Huamin smiled. Yeah, that's why we have a sumptuous dinner today, Little Bean said mysteriously. It was strange. Huamin loved seafood so much. The twins didn't have any interest in seafood and didn't care whether they ate it or not. Therefore, Huamin rarely thought of eating seafood. After she got pregnant, She didn't eat much for the sake of her second child. So, when she heard that they went out to sea and had a sumptuous dinner, Huamin's first reaction was, did they make seafood? Sure enough, when she walked to the dining room, she saw 10 dishes on the table. They were all seafood, crabs, mantis shrimps, her favorite clams, abalone, and sea cucumbers. They had everything. Wow, what's the occasion today? My birthday is in a few days. Why did you suddenly want to eat seafood? Huamin was pleasantly surprised. We can eat if we want. Why wait until your birthday? Qin Shu stood behind her and hugged her shoulders. Daddy, don't feed us dog food, okay? We're your biological children. Little Bean said in a cute voice. Everyone laughed at his antics. Qin Shu's father sat in the main seat and said slowly, Chu said that although you're pregnant, it's okay to eat crabs once in a while. You can eat crabs if you like. Your mother even made some brown sugar ginger tea for you. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Mom. Huamin's eyes were filled with gratitude. Mommy, have a seat. I'll peel the prawns for you. Pudding quietly pulled out a chair, and Huamin carefully sat down. Such a loving atmosphere really warmed her heart like a small stove. In fact, there was no need for riches and honor in this life. As long as the family was happy together, that was enough. Huamin himself did not like luxury goods, even if he did not have so much money now. She would still be happy if she didn't live in a villa worth hundreds of millions. Qin Shu sat beside her and peeled the crab meat for her. The couple chatted casually. Huamin didn't say anything about Zheng Ro. She was smart and would not talk too much about Su Yu in front of her in-laws. However, the content of the twins' conversation made everyone not know whether to laugh or cry. Mommy, do you know that someone at the school likes my sister? Pooh, how old are you guys? It has nothing to do with age. My sister concluded that it has something to do with our family's wealth. The boy who likes my sister probably wants to be a rich husband. Ha! How can that be? Huamin held the crab leg and laughed. Little comrade Qin, you're also my daughter and come from a rich family. Does anyone like you? Qin Shu asked deliberately. Chapter 3595. Comrade Old Qin, that's a stupid question. I'm so pretty. How can anyone not like me? Let me put it this way. If there are 10 people who like my sister, there will be 30 who have a crush on me. That's at least 3 times more than her. Little Bean promised as she patted her chest. Keep bragging. Pudding looked at Little Bean in disdain. What are you bragging about? I'm prettier than you. That's a fact. Aren't we twins? Don't we look exactly the same? Can't you grow a brain? Pudding was speechless. They were clearly the same, but Little Bean insisted that she was a fairy. Her skin was so thick that it was unparalleled. We are twins, but the details are different. My face is plump and round, so it's normal for people to like me. Hey sis, don't be jealous. Everyone has good taste. Plump? What a joke. Why don't you just say that you're fatter than me? Pudding added. It's a blessing to be fat. What do you know? Little Bean quibbled. Haha, you're both pretty. Stop arguing and eat. The food will get cold soon. In the end, Grandpa Qin couldn't stand it anymore and began to persuade the 2 children to stop arguing. Mian, your birthday is coming up. How do you want to celebrate this year? Qin Chu's mother asked. Mom, I'm not old or young. I don't want to celebrate it. Unlike you and Dad, I don't care. How can that be? You're the hero of our Qin family. You gave birth to such a pair of cute and beautiful granddaughters, and now you're pregnant with our grandson. Your dad and I already said that you can celebrate it however you want. We'll help you. It was obvious that Qin Shu's mother liked Huamin more and more. The conflict from back then had long disappeared. As the saying goes, distance tests a horse's strength, and time reveals a person's heart. Grandpa Qin and Grandpa Qin weren't stupid and had already seen clearly what kind of person Huamin was. What Huamian had done for Qin Shu, their children, and their family over the years was enough to make the Qin family respect her for the rest of their lives. Mom, it's really nothing. It's just a home-cooked meal. Our family is together. Mommy, that's impossible. Annie Xiaowei and Annie Lingling already said that they wanted to celebrate your birthday this year. Auntie even told Uncle Tang that she wanted to celebrate your birthday on the cruise ship. After your birthday, they're holding a wedding. Pudding analyzed the current situation for her mother. Is it okay to be so high profile? Huamin was embarrassed. It's okay. When it's time to be high profile, we'll be high profile. Don't be afraid. Hubby will be high profile with you. After saying that, Qin Shu peeled another crab leg and put it next to Huamin's lips. This kind of meticulous gentleness made Huamin feel that she was the happiest woman in the world. That night, Qin Ning returned. Since the proposal was successful, Qin Ning had been living in Tang Chuan's villa most of the time. So when she came back that night, everyone was very happy. Little Bean, Pudding, come here and eat dessert. Qin Ning carried bags of different sizes. Thank you, Auntie. Haha, you know me well. Little Bean casually nibbled on Qin Ning's face. Sis-in-law, come here. I bought you some delicious mango dew. It's said to reduce internal heat and is good for pregnant women. That's great. Even I have a share. Qin Ning took out the desserts. She bought one after another. It was obvious that she was in a good mood. Sis-in-law, Tang Chuan and I have already talked about it. We'll plan and decorate your birthday party for you. Anyways, leave everything to us. Let's have fun together. Qin Ning held Huamin's hand intimately. Chapter 3596. Hey, no. I'm embarrassed. Huamin shook his head and refused. It was too embarrassing to let Qin Ning, his sister, help him. No, sis-in-law, I've been thinking about this for a long time. You can't refuse. Otherwise, I won't marry Tang Chuan. Huamin, I really can't take the blame. If Tang Chuan knows, he'll strangle me. Huamin didn't know whether to laugh or cry. So don't refuse. Leave it to me. I'll give you an unforgettable birthday. Actually, my birthday is unforgettable every year. Huamin smiled. Who said so? My brother is so low-key. He wouldn't do something so pompous. So, we'll do something different this year. When the time comes, I'll invite everyone. If you want to invite anyone else, remember to inform them. I've already bought a cruise ship. Haha, just treat it as a gift from Tang Chuan. He's going to lose a lot of money this time. He's going to go bankrupt just to marry a wife. Huamin laughed. I'll be in charge of his money from now on. I don't want him to fool around. He won't. He likes you so much. How could he be willing to fool around? Huamin always felt that Tang Chuan was sincere to Qin Ning. Even Qin Shu, who was so reliable, approved of Tang Chuan. By the way, sis-in-law, will your sister come back? Qin Ning asked casually. I'm not sure. I don't think she will. She's very busy. It's okay. If she's free, ask her to come. The twins seem to like Annie very much. Okay, I'll tell her when I'm free. After chatting with Qin Ning for a while, Huamin went upstairs. As her pregnancy progressed, Qin Shu took care of her more carefully. This included bathing, washing her feet, changing her clothes, drying her hair, and cutting her nails. Huamin felt that Qin Shu was treating her like a daughter. He took care of her in every possible way. It was as if she had returned to her childhood. It was strange. Perhaps it was because she was too engrossed in taking care of Huamin. Qin Shu's insomnia had improved a lot. Of course, it was also related to the medicine that Huamin had developed for him. The couple happily waited for the arrival of Huamin's birthday. On the other side, after Su Yu spoke, no one dared to make trouble for Han Yueyao and Su Xiaoxiao. Han Yueyao was still doing odd jobs in the performance department, but the way people looked at her was no longer the same. There had also been rumors in the company that Su Yu was taking care of the two newcomers. Was it because he wanted to sleep with them or something? Su Xiaoxiao was a woman of her word. She did what she promised Su Yu. She didn't skip classes anymore. She went to class every day. In the practice room, she didn't like Gao Yeruo anymore. But obviously, Gao Yeruo didn't dare to provoke Su Xiaoxiao. After all, she didn't know what the relationship between Su Xiaoxiao and Su Yu was that made Su Yu disregard Sun Fei Fei. 5 p.m. in the afternoon. Su Xiaoxiao's class was over. She changed out of her dance costume and put on denim shorts and a white short-sleeve shirt. Wearing white sneakers, She went to find Han Yueyao. Without makeup, Su Xiaoxiao looked extremely pure, just like a high school girl. Her face was full of collagen and was naturally beautiful. She was more beautiful than those fake faces of hyaluronic acid. Yao Yao here. Why are you here? Let's go. I'll treat you to dinner. Su Xiaoxiao pulled Han Yueyao out. Where are we going to dinner? I'll treat you to hot pot. No, it's too expensive. The hot pot here is expensive. Let's just order takeout. Han Yueyao didn't want to eat out often. After all, her family was poor. She didn't want to squander her parents' hard-earned money here. I don't have much money. Let's go. I'm taking you to meet a friend. Chapter 3597. Seeing Su Xiaoxiao's insistence, Han Yueyao didn't say anything else. She didn't even have time to change before she followed her into the taxi. 20 minutes later, in front of a Chongqing hot pot restaurant, Su Xiaoxiao glanced at the cool motorcycle parked in front of the restaurant. Look, isn't it cool? Not bad. Only his motorcycle is so cool. I'll modify one and go for a spin on the road. Just thinking about it makes me feel good. It's the Fast and the Furious. Come on, you're so small. Can you drive such a big motorcycle? Han Yueyao thought Su Xiaoxiao liked strange things. She was like a rebellious girl, except for the fact that she didn't have a shameless hairstyle. Everything else was exactly the same. Smoking, drinking, go to nightclubs, fighting, cursing, and tearing people apart. No wonder Gao Yeruo and the others always called her a gangster. Han Yueyao thought they were the only ones eating. When she arrived, she saw two people sitting across the table. Han Yueyao recognized the two men. It was the man who got Su Xiaoxiao drunk that day. The good-looking man seemed to be Big Brother Lin. Big Brother Lin. Su Xiaoxiao seemed to treat the man well. Sit down. The man still didn't like to talk. He didn't even look up or look at Han Yueyao. He just asked him to sit down. Come, let me introduce you to my friend, Han Yueyao. Su Xiaoxiao pointed at Han Yueyao. Whoa, isn't she the beauty who drank wine the other day? The man beside Big Brother Lin recognized her. Han Yueyao was a bit embarrassed. Haha, you guys were scared out of your wits that day. Yao Yao can hold her liquor. Su Xiaoxiao was proud. Han Yueyao's body was a bit special. She seemed to have a special absorption of alcohol. Other people would get drunk after drinking half a liter of white wine, but she drank like a glass of water. She didn't feel anything except for the burning sensation in her throat. So, Han Yueyao didn't feel drunk after drinking that glass of wine. This made the two men even more curious. Yao Yao, this is Big Brother Lin. I met him when I was riding a motorcycle. He's the owner of a modification shop and has his own team. He's very cool. It was obvious that Su Xiaoxiao admired this man. Oh, hello. Han Yueyao greeted him politely, but the man didn't answer. He just picked up the menu and tossed it over. Order what you want to eat. Han Yueyao took the menu awkwardly and put it in Su Xiaoxiao's hand. If none of you are going to order, then I'll make the decision myself. Waiter, give me 4 plates of beef with brains. After a while, Su Xiaoxiao got up and said, I'm going to the bathroom. You guys go ahead. Feeling even more embarrassed, she picked up her cell phone. He was playing one of the more popular elimination games recently. Perhaps it was because her voice was too strange that the two men opposite her turned to look at her. She awkwardly muted her phone and lowered her head to continue playing. What level is it now? The man called Brother Lin suddenly asked. Han Yueyao was baffled by his sudden question. I'll play that too, he said. You're playing too. Han Yueyao thought the plot was too dramatic. Why did this man, who looked like Nicholas Tsay and was wearing a black short-sleeved shirt, play such a childish game? I'm already at 710, he said. I haven't been playing for long. It's only 185, Han Yueyao said. Looks like you have obsessive-compulsive disorder too. How did you know? Han Yueyao was surprised. This game is a blessing for people with obsessive-compulsive disorder. I didn't notice. Amused, Han Yueyao smiled at the man. At this moment, the man who walked and looked at them and saw Han Yueyao. She was sitting there, smiling with a man, and her smile was rather bright. Did you skip work and come out to play again? You don't have a good memory. Hearing the voice behind her, Han Yueyao was startled. She turned around and saw Su Yu's face. President Su. She was surprised to see Su Yu here. Chapter 3598. You're so free. Han Yueyao, look at you. Can't you make some progress? Seeing Han Yueyao come out to drink with a strange man, Su Yu immediately lectured her. He was like a parent who expected better from a child. I got off work, President Su. I didn't skip work, Han Yueyao explained calmly. Didn't you say you have no friends in this city, except for Mian? It doesn't seem to be the case. Su Yu glanced at the man beside her. Judging from his clothes, he knew he wasn't someone important. Han Yueyao didn't know how to explain. At this moment, Su Xiaoxiao ran out. Su Yu, why are you here? The moment Su Yu saw Su Xiaoxiao, he understood something. Didn't you say you'd be a good girl? Yeah, I was a good girl. But it's my private time now. What's wrong with me eating with my friends? Are you going to interfere with that? I won't interfere with your eating, but when you make friends, you'd better be careful. Because of Su Xiaoxiao's status, Su Yu reminded her cautiously. I'm very cautious. Do you need me to introduce my friends to you? No. You guys eat. Su Yu turned around and left with a straight face, and whispered in Su Yu's ear, President Su, why is Miss Han hanging out with Xiaoxiao? How would I know? Maybe it's because they're both weirdos. Su Yu's hurried departure wasn't without reason. He had inexplicably lectured Han Yueyao. When he found out she was Su Xiaoxiao's friend, he felt awkward. So you didn't say anything about you, did he? No. Han Yueyao shook her head. That's good. If he dares to scold you, tell me. I have a way to deal with him. Su Xiaoxiao smirked. Han Yueyao didn't know the relationship between Su Xiaoxiao and Su Yu, but from the looks of it, she was very familiar with Su Yu. She dared to call Su Yu by his name, and Su Yu was very tolerant of her. He knew that this was not a simple matter. He didn't scold me. President Su is a good person, Han Yueyao commented objectively. Although Su Yu liked to scold people and was long-winded, he was still a good person. She could tell that he took good care of her. Even if it was only for the sake of Huamin, she was still grateful. Come, let's eat hot pot. Ignore him. Su Xiaoxiao's enthusiasm did not diminish. She took everyone to eat hot pot. Brother Lin, I heard that there's a new movie coming out. Shall we go watch it after dinner? Su Xiaoxiao suggested. Not interested. The man lowered his head and stirred the hot pot seasoning in the plate. Then let's go to karaoke. Before the man could speak, Su Xiaoxiao added another sentence. My friend sings very well. Originally, Lin Heng wasn't interested in singing, but Su Xiaoxiao said Han Yueyao was a good singer. He didn't know why, but he agreed. Baffled, Han Yueyao pushed Su Xiaoxiao. What nonsense are you talking about? My singing is like a ghost crying and a wolf howling. Don't be so stingy. Let me blow on it. Otherwise, how can I hit on a man, so you're really interested in him? No wonder. Seeing Su Xiaoxiao admit it so generously, Han Yueyao didn't blame her for talking nonsense. After eating hot pot, Han Yueyao and the other three sang. Su Xiaoxiao took the initiative to find a high-end karaoke room. Su Xiaoxiao took out a super VIP card from her bag. Then, the waiter welcomed them warmly. After entering, Han Yueyao lowered her head and played with her phone awkwardly. Su Xiaoxiao went downstairs to order food and beer. Lin Heng glanced at Han Yueyao. Do you have a boyfriend? Huh? Han Yueyao was shocked by the man's question again. Chapter 3599. What do you mean? Han Yueyao wasn't a scheming bitch, so if there was anything she didn't understand, she had to ask him face to face. She didn't think she was familiar enough with this man to ask such a question so casually, so she wasn't very happy. To be honest, if it weren't for Su Xiaoxiao, she wouldn't have come out. If she wanted to do anything back then, she had plenty of opportunities at the Capital City Dance Academy. At that time, the local tycoons drove expensive cars and waited at the entrance of her school every day. Just to hook up with beauties, legend had it that the girls at the dance academy were not only beautiful, had good figures, and had good temperaments. Most importantly, They could cooperate in any position. They were the gospel of men. At that time, some of Han Yuyao's roommates were with tycoons. They wanted to introduce her to them, but she was born into a family of teachers and didn't allow herself to tarnish her parents' reputation. So in the past few years in college, not to mention tycoons, she hadn't even found a rich second-generation heir boyfriend. Those who tried to pursue her were all defeated in the end. Now that she was living in a foreign land, the man who didn't seem to like talking suddenly asked such a question, which annoyed Han Yueyao. It's nothing. I'm just asking casually. You don't have to answer. Don't worry. I won't answer such a boring question. Hey, woman, how can you talk to our brother Lin like that? The man who seemed to be his lackey was quite dissatisfied with Han Yueyao's attitude toward Lin Heng. However, Lin Heng didn't seem to care and didn't let the man continue to pester him. Soon, Su Xiaoxiao came up. She brought a waiter with her and brought a lot of beer and snacks. Yao, isn't that Mao Bai's song very popular recently? My favorite is Someone Like Me. Hurry up and choose one. I don't know how to. Han Yueyao was dumbfounded. It's okay. Brother Lin knows how to sing. Han Yueyao looked at the man who obviously didn't respond. She sat down and ordered the song on the TV. Then the melody of the song appeared on the TV. Su Xiaoxiao picked up the microphone and handed it to Lin Heng. Brother Lin, I love hearing you sing. Hurry up and sing for me. Lin Heng slowly took the microphone and sang as if there was no one else around. It was like kneeling down. Han Yueyao didn't expect the Prince of Hesitation, who was a motorcycle rider, to be so good at singing. There was a hint of vicissitudes in his voice, as if he was someone with a story. Does it sound good? Su Xiaoxiao asked. Well, not bad. She hated Lin Heng a little, so she didn't praise him. Before the song was finished, Su Xiaoxiao ran away without saying where she was going. Embarrassed, she got up and walked into the washroom. Then she locked the door and played with her cell phone. She was really afraid that the man would suddenly ask an even more awkward question. In fact, she was overthinking things. Lin Heng didn't care whether she answered or not. Su Xiaoxiao ran to the private room next door and sat down before Wei. Sister Wei, how long has it been since I last saw you out? Yeah, I'm old and can't stay up all night. Wei smiled as she held a bottle of Budweiser. Have you made any progress with Shun Mingxi? Su Xiaoxiao had known Wei Ying for many years and knew what was on her mind. Forget it. Let's not talk about it. At the mention of Shun Mingxi, Wei Ying's mouth turned bitter. She thought that the two of them would have a good relationship, but who knew that Hui Yanyan would suddenly return? She kept harassing Shun Mingxi, causing great damage to their relationship. They divorced because of Hua Yanyan. Now, because of this woman, Wei Ying's heart was almost empty. So, you're going to be with young Master Yi? Su Xiaoxiao asked her secretly. Then she stole a glance at Yi Zhaoyang, who was singing not far away. Wei Ying hesitated and didn't know how to answer. Sister Wei Ying, when I came in, I saw Shun Mingxi loitering downstairs. Is he waiting for you? Su Xiaoxiao thought for a while and told Wei Ying what she saw. He's downstairs. Wei Ying was surprised. Chapter 3600. Su'er nodded. Wei Ying began to feel conflicted again. She had thought she wouldn't have anything to do with Shun Mingxi. Her brother, Wei Liao, strongly objected to it. This time, after the psycho Huiyinyan came back, even her sister-in-law, Jiang Xiaowei, persuaded Wei Ying to give up. So, they hadn't seen each other for a long time. During this time, Shun Mingxi sent Wei Ying several WeChat messages. But Wei Ying didn't reply. She only replied once in a while, but her tone was indifferent. Shun Mingxi was smart enough to figure out what she was trying to do. After that, there was a gap of about a week, and the two of them didn't have any contact. Wei Ying felt that it was impossible for them to be together again. Since Yi Zhaoyang was chasing her relentlessly, she and her friends went out with him to have fun. But to her surprise, Su Xiaoxiao told her that Shun Mingxi was waiting for her downstairs. This made Wei Ying's determination waver again. Sister Wei Ying, you seem conflicted. Things between us aren't that simple. Wei Ying sighed in a low voice. Sister Wei Ying, I think, if you like someone, you should say it out loud. If you hold it in for some reason and miss the opportunity, you'll regret it when you're old. There's no medicine for regret in this world. The taste of regret is terrible. So, I don't know what's going on between you two. If you like him, give him a chance. Otherwise, you two will miss the opportunity. Su Xiao was still young. As the saying goes, newborn calves aren't afraid of tigers. She spoke and acted like an adventurous child. But Wang did take his words seriously. Wang stuttered for a long time, not knowing what to say. You decide for yourself. I'm going to karaoke with my friends. Talk to you later. Su Xiao stood up and left. Wang clenched her fists and finally made up her mind. She picked up her bag and walked out. Where are you going? Yi Xiaoyang immediately followed her. I'm going out for some fresh air. It's a bit stuffy. I'll go with you. No, I want to be alone. Then, Wang stood up and walked out. Yi Xiaoyang's expression became complicated. Young Master Yi, you haven't managed to woo Miss Wei yet? Someone on the side deliberately jeered. Yeah, young Master Yi, Wang isn't a virgin. She's already been married. Why is it so hard to get her? Did you not use your trump card? Shut the fuck up. For some reason, Yi Xiaoyang's mood suddenly turned sour. After scolding him, everyone saw that he was really angry and didn't dare to continue teasing him. When Wei Ying went downstairs, she saw Shun Mingxi still loitering by the roadside. Parked next to it was a black Porsche Cayenne that he often drove. Shun Mingxi was still holding a cigarette in his hand, and there were already 5 or 6 cigarette butts by his feet. Seeing this, Wei Ying's heart twitched. She took a deep breath and pretended not to know anything as she walked over. Brother Mingxi, why are you here? I came here with my business partner. They just left. You're here too? Obviously. Shun Mingxi knew Wei Ying was here. Okay. Wei Ying nodded. Are you cold? Why are you wearing so little? He saw Wei Ying in the middle of the night only wearing a short-sleeved dress. Shun Mingxi took off his black and white baseball uniform and put on Wei Ying. Then, they fell into silence again. You go first. Shun Mingxi smiled, but it was a tired smile. Chapter 3601. I've been busy lately. Sometimes I don't have time to reply to your WeChat messages. Wei Ying purposely explained. It's okay. Shun Mingxi seemed to know why. How have you been these days? No. Wei Ying looked at Shun Mingxi in surprise. It wasn't his usual style. Is it because of Huayanyan? Is she still bothering you? Wei Ying asked. No. Then, Wei Ying was curious, wondering what the man wanted to say. Because I've been thinking about you. Wei Ying, Shun Mingxi seemed to have become bolder recently. He would never have said such things before, but now he could say them so naturally. Mingxi, actually, I know your situation. I won't give you a hard time. Ying, I brought this upon Huayanyan myself. You don't have to bear the consequences with me. Plus, Wei Liangchuan doesn't plan on forgiving me. I know that. You're the best you now. But I don't deserve you anymore. Shun Mingxi's words came from the bottom of his heart. But Wei Ying's heart ached when she heard his words. Tears almost fell from her eyes. Mingxi, don't say that. I feel bad. It's okay. The truth is, I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't sleep and miss you so much. One of my friends posted it on WeChat, and I saw you were there, so I drove here. But I can't go upstairs to see you, so I thought it'd be good to see you downstairs. Wei Ying felt worse and worse. Go upstairs. They're still waiting for you. What about you? Wei Ying asked. I'll go back. It's good to see you again. Then, Shun Mingxi turned to leave. Indeed, if he continued, he wouldn't be able to leave. Shun Mingxi saw all the good things about Wei Ying. She was no longer the unreasonable, arrogant, and unreasonable rich young lady. Mingxi, what about your coat? Wei Ying tried to find topic. Wear it. Don't give it to me. You don't want to catch a cold. No, you can have it. It's windy at night, and you can't wear too little. Wei Ying quickly took off his coat and helped him put it on. Shun Mingxi turned around abruptly, and the two of them almost collided. The distance between the tip of his nose was so close that one could see his pores. Then there was the sound of awkward breathing. Looking at Wei Ying up close, Shen Mingxi felt his heart race. At this time, shouldn't he do something? Yes, he suddenly felt that he was losing his mind. At this moment, all he wanted to do was kiss Wei Ying. This was the girl he missed so much in his heart. Just as Shen Mingxi leaned in and was about to kiss her, suddenly, a voice broke the silence. Ying. Wei Ying came back to her senses and saw Yi Zhaoyang standing at the entrance of the nightclub, his face dark. Because of the intervention of an outsider, the two of them naturally separated. Wei Ying returned the clothes to him. Ying, everyone is waiting for you. Go on up. Yi Zhaoyang didn't speak to Shen Mingxi, but he didn't pick a fight with him like he usually did. He wanted to leave a gentlemanly image in front of Wei Ying. Brother Mingxi, drive slowly and be careful. All right, you can go up then. Then they turn around at the same time. Ying, I'll go downstairs with you in the future. It's not safe at night. If you meet someone with bad intentions, you'll be in trouble. After all, there are a lot of scumbags in this world. Shen Mingxi heard Yi Zhaoyang's words clearly. When he heard the word scumbag, his heart trembled. Indeed, he admitted that no matter who was right or wrong, he shouldn't have done that to Wei Ying. He was a scumbag. Stop talking. Let's go. Wei Ying wasn't very happy and didn't give Yi Zhaoyang a good look. In another private room, Su Xiaoxiao was in a good mood and had drunk a lot of wine. Then she did something crazy. When Lin Hang was singing, she stood up, rushed over, and pushed him onto the sofa. At that moment, the air suddenly fell silent. Han Yueyao almost dropped the wine glass in her hand. Chapter 3602. Ahem, ahem, ahem. Han Yueyao coughed violently, feeling extremely awkward. She had known that Su Xiaoxiao was extremely ferocious, but she didn't expect it to be to this extent. Was she forcing herself on him? Lin Hang's reaction was also very fast. The moment he was pushed down by Su Xiaoxiao, when Su Xiaoxiao's lips touched his slightly cold ones, he woke up immediately. Lin Hang immediately woke up, pushed Su Xiaoxiao away, and then turned over. Big brother Lin, I like you very much. Do you dare to date me? Su Xiaoxiao didn't seem embarrassed at all, and even took the opportunity to confess. It's quite an exciting scene. Han Yueyao was stunned. Yes, as Su Xiaoxiao's friend, she was indeed stunned. Ahem, this is the 7th time. Xiaoxiao, is it really okay for you to take advantage of Big Brother Lin like this? The man who came with Lin Hang seemed to be defending Big Brother Lin. Hearing that it was the 7th time, Han Yueyao almost spat out her saliva. I don't care how many times it is. Anyway, I won't give up. Su Xiaoxiao glared at the man. Su Xiaoxiao, stop it. Glancing at Su Xiaoxiao coldly, Lin Hang stood up and was about to leave. You can't leave. If you don't become my boyfriend, you're not allowed to walk out of this door today. Su Xiaoxiao was probably very sad at being rejected again. Then she turned into a female bandit and blocked Lin Hang's way. Do you want to add? I opened this mountain and planted this tree. Han Yueyao reminded him jokingly. Yes. Yao Yao's suggestion is good. I opened this mountain and planted this tree. If you want to pass this road, leave your body. Ahem. The man behind Lin Hang coughed violently, thinking how insatiable Su Xiaoxiao was. Not only did she openly court him, but she also made it so explicit. It was a good thing that Brother Lin was a man who could control the situation. Otherwise, if it were any other man, they would have been embarrassed to death. I told you, we're not suitable for each other. Lin Hang's words were cold. It's not up to you to decide whether we're suitable or not. No one is born suitable for each other. It's all made up. You're not my type. Lin Hang stared at Su Xiaoxiao indifferently. Then I'm willing to become your dish. Su Xiaoxiao, don't be so childish. You're 20 years old. You're not a kindergarten kid anymore. How many times do you want to play such a boring game? Play until you agree. I won't agree because I don't like you at all. After saying that, Lin Hang rudely pushed Su Xiaoxiao away, opened the door, and left. Bastard. Lin Hang, you bastard, after being rejected again. Su Xiaoxiao fell to the ground and cried awkwardly. Xiao Xiao, are you alright? Lin Hang. Fuck you. I swear that one day, I'll appear in your household register. Even if I can't marry you, I'll marry your father. I'll make you call me Mom every day. Hearing his words, Han Yueyao burst out laughing again. Lily, calm down my ass. Didn't you see my man run away? Get it back for me. Su Xiao gave her a hard shove. Then he pushed Han Yueyao out. Hey, Lin. Mia. Wait a minute. Lin Mia. Lin Hang frowned slightly when he heard how Han Yueyao addressed him. You're tuning in to the Romance Rendezvous YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.